Dungeons and Dragons. Each of your party members have been hired. Each of your characters have been hired by an elven scholar named Therastra Palus, and she is paying you each 20 gold for escorting her to Greenest, which includes food and lodging paid for as well. The Cult of the Dragon is a religious cult that has started cropping up in whispered rumors and muttered circles at taverns recently, and they seem to be attacking lone travelers or small groups on the road and basically killing and looting them, or at least knocking them out and taking their stuff.
I caught about 20% of that.
20%?
If maybe less.
Yeah, Alex, you're significantly more quiet than everybody else, and you're turned at max volume.
All right, I'm gonna go try a thing, and I'll be back.
Oh,
Aha.
there's a user volume button? Oh my
yeah,
god.
but mine had Alex on.
But that only does so much. I still have him very quiet too.
I'm putting him up to 200, and I'm going to see if my eardrums get blown out.
It's not his volume. It's that his mic is cutting out.
Yeah.
It's not picking him up very well.
He's got
so
a
it's
crappy
not-
mic.
Right.
I do think part of it is he needs to get it closer to his face, though.
Get close to my face.
All right, so while we're waiting, I just thought I'd mention I'm the team fighter, but we'll probably go more into detail later. But yeah, it's what I am. I have high health.
I'm a sneaky boy,
Sweet.
and I grunt a lot. I don't grunt, but
True.
Kind of like Rambo and Rambo 1,
sure.
Attack and rolls here,
where he's
really.
just like this hermit, and he just like doesn't have any speaking lines the whole movie because he's just grunting.
Pretty much. We'll go with that.
Seth, how about like 3 seconds of what you do?
What now? What's going on? Oh,
Priest.
I am a cleric of war. I use my divine powers to destroy my enemies.
That was way more than 3 seconds. Are you the Lord of War, like Nick Cage? Relevant,
Yeah, that's that. Yeah,
potentially.
sure. That's what
That's
I'm
you.
here for.
Okay. There's a line in that movie where
And
this.
I am the arcane caster of the.
Oh, we don't care. Read your class title.
Me?
No, Paul. What is your class? Read it.
That better?
Yes. Wow.
Ooh.
That was clean and crisp and beautiful.
I made some technical adjustments to my equipment, and I think it may have done a lot.
It certainly did.
Did you blow air in it?
Alex in HD.
No, I removed every single one of the connections for my headset and re-plugged them all back in, and I think I put the right ones into the right ones this time.
It is incredible. So, yeah.
All right, so the premise for this campaign is that you were each hired, whether you were hanging out at a tavern or contracted through a guild. The Elven Scholar, Therastra Palus, has hired each of you for the price of 20 gold, and including food and lodging, to escort her to the town of Greenest. And the reason that she has done this, especially hiring 4 adventurers as an escort, may seem a bit much, but there's an organization called the Cult of the Dragon that has been cropping up on the Sword Coast of late, and they have been known to attack lone travelers or small groups and demand their equipment or gold or both in exchange for not getting killed by the cult members. They are known to have large lizards that accompany them, as well as kobolds and black robed cultists, as is traditional with these sorts of things. And your escort would have taken you from... I pull up my...
Oh, are we going to be on Roll20 at all?
Not right now. For
Okay.
the way this session is laid out, it makes Roll20 and using the grid a little tricky.
Okay.
So that will change as we move through the adventure. This first part ends up being very mission based, and so it works a little better to leave things more to the imagination than to have a set battle grid.
Okay. I'm going to go on it just so I can roll dice.
All right. Otherwise, we'll be going. You escorted her specifically from Baragos to Greenest, if you want a particular track.
Very good.
All right. So, who are each of your wonderful characters?
I'm not going to go first.
All right, I am Eric Gedwin. I am a noble by birth, but I'm the 16th son in my family. And so I have an independent streak, and I went out on my own, and I'm being mentored by a bard. And so he kind of is stepping back and letting me do quests on my own to gain independence.
I am Corden Karazak, dwarf cleric. I'm relatively young for dwarf, just into adulthood, and come from the dwarven hold of Karaz Dorn, deep in the mountains. It's been surrounded perpetually by orcs and goblins and other nasty creatures, and the small group of dwarves there, relatively speaking, struggles every day to rebuild after the hold was taken 300 years ago from the goblins. And just recently, during his studies, Corden found some dusty old home that indicated a long forgotten artifact that was taken from the hold a millennia ago. And having had no luck in discovering anything further within the books and scrolls, he has been sent out on a holy mission to bring death to the enemies of the hold and to recover this important artifact.
Guess it's my turn.
All right.
No. Go. You, by all means.
Very good. Okay. My character is Rivan. He is a half-elf ranger who hasn't exactly had the best life. His mother was a human. His father was an elf of somewhat mysterious origins. He was spending time at the Friendly Arm Inn, and he got this human woman pregnant and decided that a half-elf son was a disgrace and needed to be killed. And he chased the woman from the inn, trying to kill her, but she escaped the Cloakwood Forest, where she was saved by a group of rangers. And the leader of the rangers, Jirav, decided that it would be best to take the unborn boy into his service, teach him how to be a professional ranger. And around the time Ravon turned about 24 or so, his mother passed away because she was about 58, close to 60 at that point. So pretty close to death already.
And not an elf.
Not an elf. So unfortunately, a week after she passed, the leader, Jirav, was also slain by a group of wyverns. He had been getting up in age as well, because after all, 24 years had passed, and he'd been too slow to avoid the poisonous tail of the wyverns. And a year after the leader and his mother's deaths, Ravon grew fed up with the Rangers because they had been mostly just keeping themselves safe without their noble leader to give the orders, because the new leader, Mika, was a coward, essentially. And he did decide to take a group of rangers to try and kill the wyverns that are plaguing Cloakwood. Unfortunately, that did not turn out well. Most of the rangers died. The leader, Mika, also decided to banish him, and the rangers agreed. So Ravon spent about 9 years in solitude after trying to live in cities unsuccessfully, both human and elven. He also took jobs from most people who would find his little cabin in the woods. One day he was given a tip about an elf woman who needed an escort, and here he is.
All right, let's hear about Sven Shortsword.
Sven Shortsword, or as the ladies call him, Sven Dagger.
Disappointment?
Yes. He is on a long-running quest to complete the quest sword. He has a handle for it, and doesn't have a handle on it, though. This has led him many, many places, and now it has led him to your group, and you are stuck with him. Enjoy. He's currently getting very close to the ranger because he hasn't eaten in a while, and he believes you can make magic food. He also avoids Gedwin for reasons I'm not going to go into. He's socially inept, but makes for a really good meat shield.
Well, that'll happen when charisma's the dump stat.
No, not the dump stat.
All right, and your employer, Therastra Palis, is a middle-aged elf, as far as you can tell the age of an elf, because when they reach a certain age, they all look the same after a while. And she doesn't tell you much about what she's doing, but you do know that she's good for her money when she shows you a letter of commission she has received from the Lords of Waterdeep with their seal stamped in wax on it. So even though that a lot of you may not have been to Waterdeep before, you do know who the Lords of Waterdeep are, and you do know that they do command great respect on the Sword Coast. So she says that she's...
I'm from Waterdeep.
You're from Waterdeep, but I don't think Riven would have been there. I don't know that
No.
Corden would have been there either.
No, they're all Hicks.
Mm-hmm. country folk. So she says she just needs an escort to Greenest she can meet a contact there. For the past several days, you have been traveling on a road that winds lazily across the rolling grasslands of the green fields. Sundown is approaching when you top a rise and see the town of Greenest just a few short miles away. But instead of the pleasant, welcoming town you expected, you see columns of black smoke rising from burning buildings, running figures that are little more than dots at this distance, and a dark winged shape wheeling low over the keep that rises above the center of the town. Greenest is being attacked by a dragon.
Oh my god.
A dragon?
A dragon.
Sven pulls
How
out his
big?
morning star.
What color is it?
It is about sundown. While you do have low light vision, it's not perfect. You can't really tell the color from this distance.
Okay.
At the very least, you're positive that's not a white dragon, because that would definitely be able to be visible from this distance.
Okay. All right. It is breathing fire, presumably, not
Yeah.
acid or.
You have not seen it use its breath weapon.
Okay.
What's up?
Oh, Seth, that's a very important artifact. Like just the right thing that would go in a dragon's hoard.
Have any of you ever seen one of those before?
I have once. I was lucky to get out alive, says the deep-voiced Therastra Palus.
No.
Hey, deep in the mountains, we see them flying. We see their shadows. Pretending not to bother them.
From what I have looked into with the dragons, they tend not to bother humans or settlements unless you bother them first. They view any creature that walks on land to be well beneath their notice and have a lot of disdain. So for one of them to attack, there's something else going on here than the whims of a dragon.
Hmm.
Hey, color me surprised that a bunch of humans decided to provoke a dragon. Always sticking their noses in places it doesn't belong.
Thrastra looks grimly at Greenest from the ridge you stand on. I do need to get in there and meet with my contact if they still live. While I did pay you to escort me, a dragon is well and beyond what I've offered to pay you. I will triple each of your commissions if you can escort me safely into Greenest.
Double.
The
Sven,
money is no matter.
Oh, the money is very much a matter. Triple it is. We'll get you in there.
Thrasta will purse her lips at... Where is... I've forgotten the name of Henry's character.
Sven.
Oh, but I shouldn't, because I remember everyone else's name, but I can't remember the silly
four-letter
one.
name. Yes. It's because it's
So-
not Corden Karazak.
Thrastra will accept your hard-pressed offer and will double your pay for this.
Sven looks very
With all due
pleased with
respect,
himself.
I agreed and promised to take you to Greenest at the current pay.
Wait, why did Paul end up as the dwarf and I ended up as the wizard?
Well, because you're the cleric, and the cleric's hanging out in the back.
Oh.
Your picture didn't stretch well.
Okay.
Don't worry too much about it.
I am worried about it.
I think I'm a halfling, so that's. But don't worry about that.
As you approach Greenest, you are still a few miles away, and sun was setting. The sun does mostly descend as you approach the town. You are able to make your way into it under the cover of darkness. Burning buildings and a half moon provide dim light throughout the town. If you have any sort of low light vision, you can see as normal.
Nope.
I do.
I have dark vision.
Nope.
It's gonna be me
Perfect.
and Paul without it.
I live underground.
You notice as you approach the town, most of the flames are coming from haystacks and barns. Most of the homes and shops haven't caught yet. You know, as you approach town, you can see from a distance, you can still see the dragon wheeling around overhead. You've seen it make low dives to the keep in the center of the town as you approached, but you have not seen it use its breath weapon or actually strike at the keep or any of the buildings.
Where's
And-
this contact? Oh, sorry.
Where's John? Because your favorite enemy is dragon, I'm just gonna let you. You're just gonna be able to pick it up from here, but you can tell as we get closer to town that this is a adult blue dragon.
Ooh. Okay. Ravon perks his head up as he stares at the dragon intently. That's a blue dragon.
What does that mean?
Usually. What does that mean, Alex?
Well, we can have you roll a skill check for that to know how much you know specifically about blue dragons.
Okay, let's see here.
If you have nature, that will be appropriate.
Total roll of 6 from me.
I do not. I have
Blue dragons are good swimmers because that's the color of the water.
I got
my
a 1,
God.
so yeah.
Let's see. Bum, bum, bum.
We'll pretend I didn't roll.
Plus 1. I got an 8.
An 8.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know that blue dragons. The most that you know is that their breath weapon is lightning. You don't know much about them beyond that.
Well, that's actually pretty fair.
All right.
Um,
As far
blue
as
dragons spit lightning. That's about all I know about them. Don't really have very many in the Cloakwood Forest.
I hear they're evil.
Thrastra will say yes, they do spit their lightning, and they are indeed evil, Corden. Don't know about the swimming though. Edric or Gedwin.
I didn't vocalize that one.
Where's
You didn't
the
vocalize that
contact
one.
supposed to be?
The contact was supposed to meet us tonight at the tavern, the Sneaky Kenku. But I doubt they'll be there in this context. She looks around the town, and as she's looking around trying to figure out where to go, 5 humans dash out from between 2 buildings on your left. A limping man and 3 young children race across the street into more shadows, and a woman carrying a round shield and a broken spear turns and faces back in the direction from which they came. 8 kobolds stream out of the alley on the family's heels and fan out around the woman, who looks determined to delay the creatures for as long as possible.
Those little vermin. Those we can fight.
Indeed.
We need
Perhaps
to
it
help
may
these
be.
people. Quick.
All right, I'll let you guys roll
I
initiative since you seem
charge.
interested in helping.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm just looking for a scrap.
14 from me.
16 for me.
Ooh, baby. 1.
Wowee.
12
12.
already. I feel like this dice roller's broken.
Paul, you got 14?
Use the one I posted.
I got 16. Henry got 14.
Ah, okay.
You know what? I think I have actual dice. I will be right back.
All righty. Gedwin. All right. Gedwin, you get first action.
How are they arranged?
They're about 30 feet away from you roughly. They are 8 of them and they're arranged in a circle surrounding the human woman.
Okay, so
She-
I don't want to cast an AoE spell on them.
Yep, she's poking at them with her spear to keep them away. But it looks like that will only do so much.
Yeah, sorry, how far away did you say they were?
30 feet.
Oh, perfect. Draw my longsword and I charge them.
Great.
That's funny.
So I will charge forward and do an attack. Nat 20.
I think you hit.
Oh, jeez. Nice.
Do I roll to confirm?
You do
is that a
roll
thing?
to confirm. I think so. I don't remember if criticals give you advantage or not in this version. Where's my player chat?
I swear, like in our last thing we were doing, we had the same questions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember rolling to hit being a thing now, but I'm still so darn new to 5e
I think you just
combat
roll the
rules.
dice again.
When you score a critical hit, you get to roll extra dice for the attack's damage against the target. Roll all the dice twice and add them together.
Got it.
Critical hits. Critical hits do not need to be confirmed in 5e. If you roll 20, you succeed.
I did 10 damage.
All right. The kobold is not clearly not paying. The kobold's not clearly paying attention to the party as Gedwin draws his longsword and charges. And before the kobold even has a chance to react, he slices it in half and it falls to the ground dead. The other kobolds whip around and go, "No, humans! Off! Why aren't you helping? Get the humans! Take the loot! Get the treasure! Yip, yip, yip!" And the human woman in the middle will stab her spear at one of the kobolds while they're distracted, and she will miss horribly. It's like she stabs her spear at a head where the kobold is, but because Gedwin charged in an attack, the kobold whipped its head around where the spear was going to, and it hits where the head used to be.
Ha!
All right, and next up is Sven.
Very good. I delayed my action. I went after the bard, of course, because I was trying to think of a witty thing to say, but I couldn't. So now I'm just going to charge in instead. Smack
Okay,
one with my Morning Star. I got a 16.
I can't find my dice.
How's 16 do?
16 will hit.
All right. And we're looking at 5 damage.
5 damage will drop a kobold.
Very good. Still couldn't think of anything witty to say, though, so I won't.
Yep, you skewer him and he falls down dead.
With my Morning Star, very good.
Yep, that's the power of Morningstar. You
Oh,
can
no.
skewer or smash.
Super.
All right, Riven, your turn.
All right. Yvonne will take out his longbow and take a shot at one of the kobolds.
Do you say it, Yvonne?
Ravon.
Rivon, okay.
Yes. Right. Oh. That is. Is there. What is the crit for a longbow?
20.
Okay, and 18. All right, so 21
Damage? Or to hit?
to hit.
Oh, that will hit.
Very good. Damage, 6 damage.
Oh, that drops a kobold.
Thwack.
Being level 1 rocks.
All right.
Certainly does.
And finally, Corden, you're up.
All right.
Dazzle
Well,
us.
I draw my warhammer in 2 hands, and I come charging into the fray. My speed is 25, so I do not reach the enemies. My stubby little legs carry me in a fury, and I'll get to smashing in a second.
I believe if you charge, you can still. Does charge doesn't let you double move, does it?
No, I think we're using charge more. Oh,
I'll look up charge 5 edition.
This is the learning session.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure there's some sort of maneuver that would have allowed you. I don't.
Oh, there's a feat that lets you charge. There is no default charge action in 5th edition.
Right.
All right. Okay, then you can go next turn. The kobolds go. They are shrieking and upset that you have interrupted their attacking these helpless people, and 2 of them will attack the human woman, and the remaining 3 will hit the Ravon,
Oh,
Gedwin, and Sven.
there we go.
Hmm.
They will attack each of you in succession with their daggers. Does 20 hit you, Sven?
It does.
You take 5 damage.
Oh boy, excellent.
And we got a 13 for Gedwin.
Someone's eating bricks for dinner.
This Gedwin, does 13 hit you?
No.
Nope. Clang dagger does not
He
pierce
forgets
the
he has
armor.
pushed attack on.
And I'm guessing an 11 does not hit Ravon.
It does not.
All right. And one of the kobolds will actually both of them get to hit the human woman.
Stupid kobolds. You can't hit what can't hit you.
For 11 damage, and she's a commoner, so she drops.
Oof.
All right. Top of the order, we'll go back to Gedwin.
So I will shout at them. Surrender, you scallywags! And I'll is that an intimidate check or persuade?
Do you actually want them to surrender?
They did just
Oh yeah,
kill
that
a
would be
woman.
nice.
You can roll an intimidate if you wish. But you'll be at a penalty because they outnumber you.
Oh yeah, that's only like 12, so that's a massive, not very good.
Yeah, they outnumber you, and they just killed the human woman with the spear, so they're feeling, even though you've killed 3 of them, they're feeling pretty good right now.
How many are
All right,
left?
well, then I'll attack.
There are currently 5 kobolds.
Okay. Have any of the weapon
AC
switching weapons
14?
changed at all?
Have any of the
Extra
what?
15?
Sorry, go ahead.
AC 15?
That will hit.
Uh, 4 damage.
The kobold takes the blow, but does not fall.
Okay, so if I wanted to exchange longbow for my short swords, would that take an action still?
I don't know that. Well, it doesn't if you drop your bow.
Oh, okay.
So you can't exchange it, but you can drop the bow and draw your dagger, and then you're fine, or whatever your weapon is.
I have 2 short swords.
Ah, yeah. If you do that, that's fine. But we'll go to the human woman who is bleeding out, but she passed her death save, so she's fine.
No.
But is not healthy. And we'll go to Sven.
Oh boy. Well, I thought of something witty to say. What treasure did you mean by that? As I swing at one of them. Let's see. We're gonna go with a. Oh, that's not so good. 13.
That will hit.
Yeah, damage. Oh, 7 damage.
That will drop the kobold.
I hope I intimidated them with my scary talk.
Well, we'll let Ravon go.
All right. Ravon will drop his bow, so better to kill kobolds with. He has 2 short swords. I don't know how 2-weapon fighting works. At least in this, I don't know if there's.
I'm looking it up right now.
A bunch of stuff in the player's handbook.
I had no
I'm
idea
trying
how two-weapon
find
combat worked in 3.5. So
Oh boy!
Lots of penalties.
Yep. At least until I become.
So-
Even with
Paul, in the
with
future,
John.
if you do an intimidate or persuade check in battle like that, that counts as your action for the combat. It'll take up.
Oh, sorry. I thought you got 2 actions like in 3.5 or whatever.
No, it's you have a move action and well, you have a move and an action.
Don't bother with my attack
Oh
action.
yeah, retcon. I wanted to use my second wind. Is that
And-
okay?
No,
Certain certain things, if you have abilities that give you a bonus action, then that allows you to take whatever that bonus action is, but it has to come with abilities. Otherwise, you have a move and an attack.
Yep. So, I mean, I'll let you have the attack throw through because I let it go through because I didn't know. But I just looking things up as we go in the future. Any sort of like persuade or skill check in combat, unless it's an ability, will count as your attack action for that combat. You can still move, but for that turn, that will be it.
And John, for
Yeah.
2-weapon fighting, when you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand,
Mhm.
you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon you're holding in the other hand. You
Okay.
don't add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack, unless that modifier is negative.
Okay. So, in other words, it's just 2 regular D20 rolls. Still add my modifier to that.
Mhm.
Okay.
There's also rules in the ranger kind of thing with 2-weapon style, isn't there?
Yeah, but he
Yes,
doesn't
sir,
get
yeah.
that till second level.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
that was first level thing.
Nope.
John, what are your weapons?
2 short swords. They are both 1d6.
Light
Perfect.
melee weapons. So then I assume, I'm just going to check with you, Alex. I would assume then if it says you don't add your ability modifier, that means you're just adding proficiency, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
At least that will be the rule for now until we find out it's wrong later.
Okay. All right. Well, Ravon will attack the kobold directly in front of him. Takes his mighty swings with his little short swords.
Oh, wait, no. Okay. Hold on. You don't add the proficiency to damage.
Nope.
Okay.
I thought you were asking about skill checks, but
Thinking about
No, I
hit.
was just goofing up. I don't know why I was adding that on there. I know that. Wait a second. Damage.
Okay. First one, 15.
yes.
Excellent. Yep, 1 damage. And second attack. Uh, 5.
The combo of those two attacks, the slice and dice, will drop the kobold.
Very good.
Corden, you're up.
So how I'm within striking range of, or I can walk within striking range of kobolds.
Yes, there are currently 3 left. One of
One is
them has
damaged.
been injured by
Gedwin.
Edwin for 4, and there are 2 at full health that are celebrating their victory over the human woman.
I'm going to wade over, and stand above the woman and swing my warhammer at the faces of those kobolds. I'm also going to use my my war domain ability, War Priest, to get a second attack as a bonus action. So I'm going to launch 1 attack at each kobold.
Sounds juicy.
And I'm dual wielding, or I'm two-handed, using the warhammer with 2 hands. So I'm going to get 1d10 as it is versatile. 1d10 for damage. So from my first roll, I got a 19.
Hit.
My second roll, I got a 9.
A miss.
Okay, so then the one that I hit is going to be +3. I did screw up on my character sheet. It says +2, but I have a strength modifier +3. So, and that's going to do 8 damage.
That will... You smash one of the kobolds' heads in, and he drops.
Doesn't
Excellent.
stab it.
Nope, he's using a warhammer.
Yeah, I don't know if you can.
It's bludgeoning damage.
If you're strong enough, you could probably stab something with a warhammer.
I'm pretty sure Morning Stars do some piercing damage, so you can stab with those. All right, so the 2 kobolds that are left are gonna go, and they will happily attack, and they will shout, "We will win and bring treasure for Razmir!" Yep, 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 yep. And the one will stab at Corden. Does 9 hit Corden?
It definitely does not.
All right, and the one that is injured by Gedwin will attack Gedwin. And 8 does not hit Gedwin. So we'll go back to the top of the order, and Gedwin can finish off this kobold.
Stabbity stab with the longsword. AC 18.
Hit.
4 damage.
You take the hilt of your longsword and you slap the kobold across the face with it, and he drops.
Nice.
And we'll have it go to Sven.
I'm gonna golf swing this guy. There's a 19 plus
Hit.
extra. Yep. All right. 6 damage.
You golf swing the kobold. You swing him up into the fiery thatch of a nearby hay bale.
Thor? Oh, I didn't mean to say Thor.
All right, victory.
Our first real victory.
In a lot of these instances, for these minor combats, I'm going to assume each of you will do a cursory check over the bodies of things you fight, just so you can instantly be told how much gold you guys earned, so we don't
Yes.
waste too much time on that.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. And then the woman is down but still breathing.
She is down but still breathing. She looks like she's lost a bit of blood. Because you killed the last one, Henry, roll a 1d6.
All right. 2.
You've collectively, between these 8 kobolds, you guys collect about 20 gold pieces.
All right. Noted.
I don't know who we'll have, since Henry's noted that, we'll have him keep track of that.
Do we have a medic here?
Yes.
From between 2 of the buildings on your right, a man and 3 young children poke their heads out, notice the combat has ended, and race across as fast as a limping man can to the woman lying on the street. And the children are crying, and the man has tears in his eyes and said, "Oh, my poor wife, Linan. Are any of you a cleric? Can you save her?
I mean, you can try to wrap some bandages, I guess.
Is spontaneous casting not a thing in 5e for clerics?
I only have so many spells prepared, and
Well,
Cure Wounds or Healing Word is not one of them.
Well, if
I have some skill in medicine.
Mm.
I may be able to stabilize her.
all right, roll a medicine check.
Yes, sir.
Help our cleric is useless. Says the
No,
useless fighter.
Oh,
I
that is a 24.
She is stable, but she is stable, but you can apply bandages and you know how to treat her wounds properly, at least quickly, while there's still chaos going on in the town of Greenest. That if you move her, no wound should be open, and she should recover over a few days.
Gotta grab dinner real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Very excellent. Don't worry, little ones. Your mother will be fine.
They sniffle and they still look sad, and they wipe snot away from their noses, but they look happy. The man will introduce himself as Humphrey Swift and say, "My wife Linan, the kobolds got me in the foot. She said she'd stay back and fend them off while I got our children to safety, but I couldn't just run off without her. So I'm so happy that you guys were here to save my wife and honestly my whole family. We've been told to run to the keep in the center of town. It's the only place that's really fortified here in Greenest. As long as I've been here, there's never been a full-scale attack before. I don't know what's happened to cause this. It's terrible. All our possessions have been taken by the raiders, and it's a lot." He just kind of seems exhausted and done. Would you be willing to? I can't really carry my wife with my limp, and I'm also trying to take care of my kids. Would you be willing to escort us to the keep?
Oh, why, it would be our pleasure. We love helping commoners.
I see no harm in helping you to safety.
He seems slightly offended by the use of the word commoner, but he'll let it slide.
It is the duty of nobles, you see.
I'm in the corner doing jumping jacks.
He seems a little bit better about that. He's like, it's always good to see those of noble blood helping out, as is their duty, and taking care of the land. Where do you hail from, sir?
Why, from Waterdeep. Yes, I'm finally getting the French accent to work.
Core, the big city of Waterdeep. That'll be something to tell Linan when she wakes up. We were saved by one of the lords of Waterdeep,
who then donated a fortune to us. He said he'd take care of us as commoners.
Mm-hmm. We are in your debt, Lord Gedwin. All right, so if you want to go escort these people to the keep, they have mechanics-wise, the man can still, even though he has a limp, he can keep up with the 30-foot move speed, but the children have a move speed of 20, and Linan cannot move at all. So you'll need to have someone carry her.
I volunteer.
Yeah. Okay. The children, Ravon will stay back with them so as to keep them safe.
I mean, Corden can only move 20 feet too, so...
Oh, okay.
That's 25 feet, thank
25
you.
feet? He's faster than the children.
My God.
Oh, I'm a whole 4'7".
Pull your weight, you little useless children.
4'9", actually. I have to go on a couple inches taller.
They each they hear, so because I'm going to assume that Ravon is just the type of jaded cynic to say that out loud,
He didn't,
will
no.
go out, the children will go and grab daggers from some of the kobold corpses and say, "Yes, sir, Mr. Water."
Ravon does not say that out loud.
All right.
Do they still grab the daggers?
They do still grab the daggers.
Now that's some good raised younglings. Come on, lad and lass. Let's go spill some blood.
All right. You make your way through the streets. You see overturned carts. You see various things on fire, broken windows, places that look looted. And as you're making your way up the street, you hear the sound of glass breaking, and in front of you, you see four humans wearing black robes with small burlap sacks over their shoulders. You hear the jangling of presumably valuables, and you see one of them being escorted by a man wearing a chain vest holding a spear.
Mm.
And they have not noticed you yet.
How
They
far
most-
away are they?
They're currently about 60 feet away from your position.
Mm.
If you
Are they? Oh, sorry.
Yep, no, you can go.
Do they look like they're? Are they like lookouts or anything? Do they look like they're?
They don't look like lookouts. They look like they
robbers,
basically
maybe.
broke into this house and took whatever that looked valuable, put it into a sack, and are now dealing with the contents.
Okay.
And they have one guard with them.
Really? They
Really?
look that suspicious?
They're wearing black robes and they're laughing as they do this, so they're probably part of the raid.
That's a looter of some sort.
If they're not part of the raid, they're definitely at least opportunists.
Well, no, this seems very rude of them, doesn't it?
Here, hold my fancy wine. And then I grab my guitar. And I'll waltz on over to them while just strumming away.
Oh boy. One of the children will take your fancy wine and hold it for you. So you are approaching the four looters and the armed man with your guitar.
Hey, that's a bold strategy.
Yeah. How close do I get before they start reacting to the guitarist?
Well, assuming you're playing your guitar and you're being loud and obnoxious about it, they
No, I'm being chill about it, but yeah, I'm playing my guitar. Just look
No.
like a street drifter because I'm wearing like just traveler's clothes.
I think street drifters generally appear in the middle of terrible catastrophes.
They notice you when you're about 15 feet away from them. They're
Sure,
mostly
they won't
talking
find
with
that
each other
How
and saying
fast do
things
they
like,
run?
what they're kind of just like clearing out their bags and just walking away and being like, "Oh, this is a good haul," and yeah, those like, you know, them teenagers don't put up much of the fight and whatnot. So that sounds like they've also killed some folks.
Oh,
I would like to make a. Let's see. I'd like to make a stealth check. I'm going to be going around the other side of them for when they inevitably start running away from the bard.
Well,
I've
as soon
decided
as they
that-
start doing anything funny, I'm going to cast Thunderclap, which I'm currently.
Is that deafen?
Holy poop! That's my baguette.
Oh my, Jesus!
Oh boy.
I just
Thunder Wave. So it's a 15-foot cube around me. So it's as
Okay.
soon as I get, as soon as I get, 7 feet away from them, roughly,
Gordon,
I
Gordon
will
has
cast it.
Gordon has little patience for somebody going into a fight playing a stupid guitar.
I will.
He
It's not a fight yet.
They can make a
And he elects as I still haven't reacted.
Constitution saving throw.
Just like Gordon elects to cast the spell of Guiding Bolt at the man with a chain vest.
All right.
Chain vest and spear.
Diplomacy gone. Okay.
Wow.
I
there's no
will
point.
say that as soon as Gedwin is within 15 feet, they do drop their sacks, and the 4 humans in the black robes draw scimitars. And
Yeah, basically,
that
as
instrument looks pretty valuable. We can earn some favor with Resmir with that.
as,
and the guard will
as
move
What's their will save
Was-
or Constitution
hold on.
saves? I mean,
I'm gonna say that Seth's bolt has hit first before your thing does.
They said
So, as-
Resmir. Was that the same thing the kobold said?
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Resmir.
Right, so then it's so for my Guiding Bolt is a ranged spell attack. I have a +4 bonus. Oh fuck me! All right, 6.
To hit or
Yeah,
damage.
6 to hit.
Well, that is gonna miss.
Yep.
Paul, what's the save for the static shock guitar? Thunderhead or whatever it's called.
it's a Constitution saving. And
Uh,
You're
they have
cutting
to
out a
be,
lot.
13.
well, the guard and the cultist pass, and one cultist pass, but the other 3 do not.
All right, I will roll damage then.
Also, everyone else can roll initiative while we figure out the damage.
Right.
All right, so they take
I'm about to get my physical dice here.
they take 15
Oh my
damage
god!
or half if they pass the save, and if they didn't pass the save, they go flying 10 feet away from me.
We're back again.
Well, 3 corpses fly away from Gedwin.
Thank goodness. Okay. Well, I got a
And
4.
The guard and the last cultist are still up. The guard grits his teeth and says, "Oh, it's a damn bard."
I got a 4 on initiative, by the way.
All right.
Hey, we're twinsies.
We are.
Do you
I mean,
also
there's-
have a +3 to your initiative?
No,
Oh, I rolled a 1.
got a big fat 0 on that.
My goodness.
Paul, what'd you get for initiative?
He's stuffing his face with baguette, I'm sure.
All right.
All right, I rolled an 8 for my initiative because dice roll.
Didn't you just attack?
That was
Does that
before.
matter?
Okay, that's
Oh.
a surprise.
Alex, before the fight started, I second winded. Is that cool? It's a free action, I think. I hit 1d10 plus 1.
Sure.
I wanted to do
We'll,
it.
we'll figure out the proper rules for that later.
It's just it's a free action I could do on my turn, and I
Good
wanted
drink.
to do it on my second round of combat, but I forgot about it.
Mm. All right.
It's just as a fighter healing thing I could do like once a day.
So the cultist will scream, and he will charge and swing his scythe at Gedwin.
That sounds scary.
And does a 17 hit.
Oh yeah.
You take 3 damage from the scythe as he slashes you with it.
Gotcha.
That's kind of scary.
And we'll have the guard rolled a 1, so everyone else gets to go next. Corden, that'll be you with your 8.
Woo! As I'm still 60 feet away, I tell the children to remain with their father and make sure that they aim for the guts of anybody that comes close. And I start moving towards the fight, drawing my shield
All right.
as I go, wielding my warhammer in one hand now.
All right. It'll go to Sven then.
Oh boy, I had a couple things I wanted to do. I'm not going to do them though. I'm going to stick with the kids and the other guy, protecting them with my shield.
Oh,
All right.
God, yeah.
I'm also still carrying the woman, so
That is very true.
Well,
All right. What would you like to do, Ravon?
Ravon has his bow at the ready. He will take a shot at the guard. Let's see here. Whoops. Wrong window. 15.
That'll hit.
Excellent.
With the guard, that will miss, actually.
Okay.
So the 15 will miss the guard.
Oh.
awkward.
That is a shame. I rolled max damage.
Mm-hmm. All right. And so then the guard will move up and attack Gedwin.
Attack who?
Gedwin. He's the only one within reach.
Crap.
He will step forward and stab.
Oh no.
Are there elephants on your side?
He rolled a 1, so it's okay. And
that's
Gedwin,
perfect.
you can go.
All right, I will drop my guitar on the ground with a big guitar dropping, and
Yes.
draw my longsword and attack. The guard.
Bless you, Paul.
I think I missed. Let's see. I got
A 15 already missed,
8
so.
11.
And are you aiming for the cultist or the guard?
Oh, the guard.
Yes, that will miss.
Oh crap!
All right, so then we'll rotate back up to
You want
Corden.
some more?
Actually, the cultist gets to go before Corden does. 14 hit Gedwin.
Yep, just barely.
You take 7 damage from his scythe.
Ooh.
Yikes.
Ooh.
You down yet?
I am pooping down.
There we go.
Oh, boy.
All right, Corden, go.
Oh no. Well, I still have another. I move another 25 feet.
A bunch of
That
veteran
will
D&D
put you in
players,
range.
and
Will that
we're
put me in range finally?
Yes,
so
because they were
sloppy.
60 feet away. Gedwin got within 7 feet of them, or 15 feet or whatever. So
Okay.
they were 50. They are now 50 feet away from where the party started.
Okay. Well, I'm particularly ticked off that they just knocked one of my new friends on the ground, or rather,
Mhm.
a random acquaintance that is spilling blood with me. So, I'm going to once again ask for inspiration, divine inspiration from my from Torm. Bless my strikes,
Oh yes.
and to allow me to devastate my enemy. And so I'm going to. So there's how many people am I within range of? The one cultist and the guard.
You are in range of both the cultist and the guard.
Okay. Well, then
They
I'm
have both
going to-
taken 7 damage from.
They did.
Get them.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to once again split attacks between the two of them. So roll it right off the counter here. All right. Well, 11. That'll be the attack on the guard,
Miss.
and God,
Miss.
7. Yep.
All right. It is now
Torm
Sven.
damage.
I assume Sven will pass.
Yeah. Torm.
I
Torm
turn
may
to the
help me
kids.
out
I
here.
say, "Hold my fine wine," and then I try to hand them the woman.
They let her drop because they're like 5. But
Very good.
Sure.
I give the husband a wink while doing this.
Oh,
I'm sure he doesn't
Good
like
lord.
he knows that the Lords of Waterdeep, yeah, no, they're nice people for helping out, but they're probably like sexually depraved in some ways. So
Does he really think the scraggly art ranger is a Lord of Waterdeep?
no, he thinks that Gedwin is.
it. Yes, and we are.
He thinks you
company-
guys are like his bodyguards or something, since
Oh.
three of you are like big and burly.
accurate.
I'm somewhat.
I'm
burly.
6'3", so
All right, so Sven, are you going to move 30 feet?
I'll try.
All right,
It
go
is-
Ravon.
All right.
They dropped Gedwin.
Ravon knocks another arrow and fires at the guard.
Good luck.
I have plenty of luck.
That chain armor is doing him good.
So that's a nat 1.
Roll damage.
Oh,
Oh, I can't wait. Me,
okay.
me.
This is gonna be great.
Yes.
Max damage 11.
There we go. Dibs.
All right,
Nice.
Corden and Errol smacks you in the back for half that job.
Oh
How
boy.
11? Or,
Five damage. So half 11 rounded down. As an arrow hits you from behind.
Out of the way, dwarf.
I should have known.
The racism starts.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, here we
Begins.
go.
Half elf. Of course, you're
no.
shooting me in the back.
Oh, out
Yeah.
of curiosity,
Wait,
Ravon, how
my
obvious is
insecurity.
your half elfness?
Ravon tries to hide it. He has. Okay, I'm going to post a picture of what Ravon looks like.
I can tell by your smell.
He somewhat tries to hide his ears with long hair,
Mhm.
and he's currently attempting to grow facial hair, but it doesn't really look great.
Mhm.
Just the ears generally don't poke out like that, but he does try.
All right. In that case, since you've gone, it is time for the guard to go. He will stab his spear at Corden. Does I know that one hit, but will 18 hit?
It depends on. I have 18 armor class with my shield out.
I think the attacker still wins.
Okay. Ouch.
Does the attacker win
Is that our bard?
5e?
I think that's our bard.
Oh my god, he looks like a working class hero.
I thought that was Greg Paul at first, and I was really afraid.
The roller is the one who wins ties. Unless there's an ability contest, then it stays a tie. So
Okay.
whoever is rolling the dice will win the tie every time.
Okay, so that's you.
Unless, yep. You take 2 damage from the spear.
Ooh, okay.
And then the cultist gets to go. Actually, Gedwin, you should roll a thing to stabilize. You basically roll 20, and if you get higher than 10, if you get 11 to 20, you stabilize. If you get between 1 and 10, you fail your death save, and you get 2 more. 11, perfect.
One
You're
success.
stable. Right, we do up to 3 successes, don't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't it have to be just a majority successes or something like that?
Well, you have to get 3 successes before you get 3 failures.
Oh,
Yep,
right.
it's like straight 3 straight.
Right, that's right.
They have like a nice little thing that you can fill in for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, that's what
Go-
that's for. Okay, cool.
So then the cultist will take its opportunity to attack Corden. 15 does not hit you, so we'll go on to you actually.
Me?
Yes.
All right. I am rightfully pissed off at the half elf foremost.
Whoops.
But I'm going to turn my anger on that smelly human that just stabbed me. Ooh, baby, that does it. That's a 22.
That will hit.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
And then
baby, a
that's-
triple.
Oh, baby, a triple. Give me that. That's 8 damage.
That will drop him.
I clunked him.
All right, go
As
Sven.
I smash that guy, as I like sideswipe him in the hip and send him crumbling to the ground, I yell at the cultist next to me, "You're next!" And I prepare to.
How scary.
Like,
I imagine I'm close enough to make a melee attack now.
Yes, you would be close to making a melee
Alright.
attack. There's 1 cultist left.
Let's take that melee attack. There's another 19. There's a 23 that probably hits.
Yes.
Paul, is that supposed to be you?
3 damage.
No, that's his character. That will drop him.
'Kay.
All right. So
Any of them
we
still
haven't-
alive?
No, they are all dead.
Oh no. I wanted to hear who.
Yes, my character
Rezmir
does wear
was.
a duster and a
Henry,
cowboy hat,
roll
by the way.
1d6.
1d6.
I enjoy that.
3. I got a 3.
All right. You collectively find 30 gold between these guys, and each of the cultists will have a scythe and leather armor. If anyone wants to carry that right now, and the human guard will have a serviceable chain shirt if anyone feels the need to upgrade.
I like my stealthy armor.
I rolled
I have
it.
chainmail, so you're not ever gonna pass a. You're not ever gonna pass a stealth check with me around, unless I'm not moving.
I would be going off on my own. You would not be anywhere near me.
All right. Otherwise, you just
Do we have a healer to heal our party member? Maybe a cleric? Maybe?
I'll let the cleric find that out.
Should I roll a d6 on that?
Say that again.
It was slightly confrontational. I think I'll leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess the 30 gold is about what they were looting, really, right?
roughly. No, it's just in gold pieces they have.
Okay, what were they looting? Did they have anything fun?
No, it's mostly like, small bits of pewter silverware and whatnot.
Naturally.
Nothing really special.
I go back to the the kids and the people, you know. I want to show the husband while we're, I don't know, while the healing is happening. I want to show him the sword grip I have.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Treasure sword. One of a kind.
Do I get healed?
I don't know.
Are you healing yourself?
He's unconscious.
He's unconscious.
He's got
I
death
have
saves
Oh.
happening as we speak. Alex is probably gonna make him
well.
start rolling some.
I mean,
believe
unless
I
someone wants to
can-
make a medicine check to stabilize him.
I believe
Yeah.
I can make potions, but I don't know how long that would take.
Seth is the Republican cleric. Well, are you healing yourself, man?
Me? No.
I'm the cleric. I've got the healing stuff. Are you healing yourself, though?
What? No, I don't have healing shit. I have combat spells right now.
I'll roll. I'll do a medicine check.
All right.
Stabilize our lovely bard.
I don't go walking around assuming I'm going to get hurt. I'm planning to hurt others.
12.
Oh, that's higher than 10, so that will stabilize someone.
Very good. Stabilize our sweet bard.
Who would like to carry Gedwin?
And somebody needs to carry my guitar, too.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
The children will work with you to will work to carry the guitar.
I
All of
have.
them probably could by themselves. It'd just be funny.
Mm.
well, you say some twinkish bard, so I could probably pitch.
How much do you weigh, Paul? My carrying capacity is
125
150.
pounds.
Oh, I can carry you.
I am a skinny guy.
My goodness. Yeah, I'll carry you.
I am lanky as garbage.
So now
All
next
right.
encounter we run into is going to be even trickier because we got multiple people to carry and we're down a spellcaster.
All right. So, as you continue, Ravon is carrying Gedwin, and Sven is carrying Linan, the human woman. We will have you make your way closer to the keep, but something up ahead catches your attention.
Ignore it.
You see some sort of symbol of a dragon head painted in some red liquid on the wall of one of the buildings, and you see some religious person prostrating themselves in front of it and commencing in some sort of unholy worship. And there are 3 guards standing around him, keeping an eye out. They have not yet spotted you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're getting
Might
pretty
want to
beat up.
stop whatever that is.
I whispered to my Ravon. I whispered to Ravon. Is that a Resmir? Do you think that's a Resmir?
What's
Humphrey,
that?
Humphrey will speak up and say, you know, we're looking pretty rough. If we want, we can just dodge down this alley and get around these guys. Keep going to the keep without attracting any more trouble.
The treasure was going to Resmir.
I'm not one that usually ducks from a fight, but getting an arrow in the back is a bit of a stinger.
That's all Ravon says is. But he does agree that perhaps with a couple allies down, it would be best to just skirt these guys for now.
Right, we'll
No.
come back and we'll kill him later.
Though he is certainly worried about the guy who may be casting a spell of some sort.
It's just...
I could roll a religion check.
Sven's
yeah,
vote.
well, actually, I can too.
Yeah.
I'll do that just to see what kind of, see if we can tell what kind of ritual
What
is going
blood
on.
sucking foolery
Sven's
is
vote
going
is
on
to
here?
attack. So
Oh, well, I got an 11.
For religion, you guys might be able to tell what's going on if you got a little closer, but you can't really hear him. But with the dragon-looking symbol that he's created on the wall, it's probably something to do with the cult of the dragon. You don't really
Yeah.
know anything beyond that.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, I got an 8 anyway.
Resmir.
I-
Resmir, do you think you could hit that guy with your arrows from here?
Are you calling me Resmir?
I do know that's not his name, but I.
Oh, sorry, whatever your name is. I'm reading Resmir because it's on my notes.
The-
Ravon.
Okay, I couldn't tell if that was your
I
character
snapped.
being.
My character is an idiot, though. But that's beside the point.
So
You could shoot him
Far
from
Far
here.
away are they?
they are around the corner. They are currently about 40 feet away from you.
I could easily hit them with an arrow.
Gonna,
That will initiate combat.
But I feel we should avoid combat at this point.
We put the ladies over there, and then we can maybe get a sneak attack. I'll protect you. I'm really strong. I don't know if you saw me back there. It's pretty cool. Do you think the ladies saw me? It was pretty good.
I don't think that matters.
at this point, we're outnumbered. We've got kids with us. Got
We won't be if we sneak attack them.
So I'm hearing 2 votes right now to not engage combat from
This is a
Corden and
dangerous
from
idea.
Ravon. Does that sound about right?
Yeah. I will be
Okay.
moving on if you decide to stay. I have no time for this.
They might have treasure. That's the thing. I'm looking for. I don't know if you've seen this. I've got a treasure
You
sword.
can't get. Yeah,
They
you're
might
not
have
going to
it.
get any treasure if you're dead.
They might have it.
I don't think they're going to have your treasure sword.
I'm all for the spoils of battle myself, but at this point, our
Humphrey,
best bet is to move along.
Humphrey and Six is out from the alley where his children. It's like, come on, what's the holdup?
This guy can hit him
Ravon
from
starts-
here.
Ravon starts walking away. He's following Humphrey. He has no time for this nonsense.
Wait up.
All right, so you guys move on down through the alleyway, scurrying through side streets, and the keep is pretty close now. You think you'll be able to reach there within about another 20 minutes of walking, But-
Oh, I do have that.
but then you encounter 6 more of those figures in black robes with the size, and they are so in front of. So if you think about this, if you are moving down the alley, and how there can be cross streets in there, as you're making your way down it, coming from the left in front of you, you see cultists marching forward from like left to right. You guys want to go straight, so they are just passing through, and they have burlap sacks over their shoulders, presumably filled with loot.
We can go and get that back later.
Ravon signals for a stop. Let's see. Can I? Is there anything about? Let's see. How far in front of us are they?
It's pretty dark right now, so you think that's why they can't really see you too well, and because you're between buildings, the light from the fire doesn't shine too well. But they are 25 feet in front of you,
Okay,
Whoever-
but
away from whoever's in front.
but generally, if we were to stay still, they'd probably go by without much of an issue.
That seems most likely. They're talking pretty loudly to themselves and not really looking down the alley streets. They're just happy to move along with their spoils.
Ravon puts his arm out and kind of brings the children closer to the wall that he's next to keep them hidden. And then puts a finger over his lips.
Ravon, I'll have you roll stealth.
Okay. Roll 20, don't fail me now.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit, you know what?
13.
If you don't make any more movements, then they will pass without contest.
Very good.
I'm not going to move.
I got nothing to add to this one.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry guys. I have spare the dying cantrip. That
What?
What does that do?
He has a cantrip that probably stabilizes.
you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. It's a cantrip, so I can cast it at will anytime. Unlimited.
Right. What does it do?
That's what it. I touch
You
a
cut
creature
out.
that has 0 hit points. Oh, I touch a creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable.
Oh, that's nice.
Could have used that.
Oh, we're fine.
What?
He's dead.
All right. So after letting those guys go by,
Yes.
you basically you approach the keep. You can see the gate, and you see 2 armed guards in front of it. Although they are not wearing the insignia of a dragon, so they are most likely with the town. And as they see you jump out from the buildings and run towards the keep, they motion for you to, get in here quick. And you make your way across the short courtyard into the keep proper. And as soon as you guys are in, they slam the portcullis shut and shut the doors. And the guards tell you, boy, you're glad we saw you. We're just about to shut the gates. The raiders are encircling the keep, and doesn't look like anyone else is getting in or out right now.
Good
Is our
timing
contact
favors
in
us.
here?
You're down a sure in a pickle.
The guard looks at you and says, I don't know who your contact is, but if someone was in town and they were smart, they're probably here. And the scholar you've been escorting, Thrastra, will say, I'll go take a look through the keep, and I'll come find you guys later. And she'll duck off to the side and vanish into the keep.
I turn to the guard. She's paying me double.
It seems, and the other guard will say, it seems like you've got a few wounded folk with you, and we'll take them to the sick bay so our clerics can take a look at them.
We appreciate it.
And they will take Gedwin and Linda off your hands, and Humphrey and the 3 children will follow them.
You got anything to patch up a dwarf that was shot in the back by an ally?
You guys are pretty rough too. In fact, why don't you all just follow me, and we'll go meet with our clerics and get you guys healed up.
I was gonna say he hands you an ale.
That'll do it. Little splash on the back. You'll be right as rain.
All right.
Okay.
Ron skulks off on his own to look around the keep.
All right. So anyone who wants healing can go to the sick bay. They have some clerics of between 3rd and 5th level there, and they can heal you guys up to full.
Do they have any arrows? Because I'm going to need some.
They say, if you guys manage to fight your way through the chaos out there and bring us these townsfolk, then you guys are probably pretty capable fighters. We can't give you any equipment right now, but if you want to speak with Governor Nighthill, he might lend you some equipment in exchange for helping us out.
Generous.
All right.
So, Gedwin, you have been revived.
Full health?
Full health. The children will give you the guitar and say, "Thank you, Mr. Waterdeep."
It was my pleasure.
Mm-hmm. And as Linan is revived, her husband Humphrey will say, "Linan, you were saved by a lord of Waterdeep, a real lord, here in Greenest."
Ravon rolls his eyes.
I thought he skulked off to elsewhere in the keep.
He did.
He found
By the
someone
way,
else.
I'm
He can feel the energy.
All right, I'll take it.
Do we get shown to our quarters or anything, or?
You are not shown to quarters. Instead, you are directed to, because you are capable adventurers, to go speak with Governor Nighthill, who is in the upper floors of the keep.
Great. Let's go talk to him.
All right. So
I'm gonna go look for a drink first.
Until notified, my character is Sven. Sven is off in some corner doing push-ups.
the guards are very happy to give Corden a fresh mug of the best human brewed ale they have.
I was shot in the back by a human.
Or was it a human? I can't
No,
quite
yeah.
tell.
I know you're half elf. I can see the stupid little.
How can you tell?
Dorf, you may be impressed by this. We recently invented it. We call it the Hoppy IPA.
Smells like a skunk, but if it's got a buzz to it, then I'll drink it. All right. Well, so I put back a couple flagons of this human soil, and I make my way up to the rest of the group with the governor.
Mm-hmm. So as guards motion you into a makeshift, basically a makeshift war room, and inside is a human male who looks to be roughly 60 years old. And as you enter, he's pacing with his hands behind his back, staring at some papers on his table, and he looks up at you as you are brought in. Who are you to enter my town in these dire times?
I'm here to help.
Yes, one of the guards briefed me that you brought the Swift family into the keep safely. I thank you very deeply for that. But you may be here to help, but I'm not familiar with who you are specifically.
Nobles from Waterdeep.
Oh. He quirks an eyebrow. I somehow doubt that, but there have been more than enough surprises today that perhaps this one wouldn't be too unwelcome. Well, I shall start with the introductions. I am Tarbon Nighthill. I've been the governor of Greenest for the past 25 years, and this is the biggest crisis our town has ever been in. And he will wave his hand over to Gedwin.
Well, I am a bard by training, Eric Gedwin, and I am of noble lineage from Waterdeep.
Ah, so there's indeed a Lord of Waterdeep among us. You honor us with your
not
presence.
lord per se, just of the noble class.
Mm. Well, you still honor us with your presence, and I thank you for coming to Greenest in our time of need. Who are the rest of you, if I may ask?
Ravan, Ranger.
Hey, my name is Corden Karzak. I'm a cleric of Dorn. I'm here to spread the gospel of war, apparently to all these filthy cultists.
I'm looking at the paper he was staring at.
Just a map of the town. There are some circles and X's on it.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like it means too much of anything. There's another piece of paper. It looks like it might be a list of various supplies in the keep.
I look at that too. I don't give him my name. I look at these pieces of paper instead.
Ravan nudges the weird human.
Sven!
Thank you for being here, Ravan, Corden, and Sven. As roughly 4 hours ago, our town was overwhelmed by, I don't want to say army, it's much more ragtag than that, but a group of raiders, which seems to involve from the Cult of the Dragon. They consist of minor people who have been won over by the cult's charismatic leadership, some minor cultists. We have armed guards who have some sort of combat training. They're armed with kobolds, and they also have giant lizards and small mutant dragon-like creatures, the likes I've never seen before. So we are calling them ambush drakes for now.
Have you taken any prisoners? I speak Draconic.
We currently don't have anyone prisoner, no. But I'd give anything to know what we're up against and why. For that, as you said, we need prisoners.
We're against a Resmir. Is that a dragon?
I do not know of any Resmir, but if that's but maybe that is a commander of some sort. If you guys can capture commander, perhaps even one of low rank, then we can learn some information. If there are any prison, even if it happens to be a kobold or something else.
I've seen
Kobolds.
We've seen a fair few cultists around. Some sitting there praying like they've got some sort of ranking. Plenty of those guards, I'm sure they might know.
Kobolds aren't too smart. It may be very easy to escort one of them into the castle believing that they are an honored guest.
We're going to have to really trick them for that one. Maybe it's stupid, but I don't know if they'll buy that.
You must know which one to target.
They're all a bunch of idiot lizards. Rats, or whatever they are. What are kobolds? Are they rat? I forget if they're rat-like or
They're dog-like.
They're dog-like.
dog-like.
They make little yipping and barking sounds.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
vaguely related to gnolls, I think, in some way.
Okay.
They're weird wizard experiments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
So from what I get from this is he's telling us to go capture officers. Is that the quest we're getting? Or does he have
that's
more?
what you asked him about, and that's his response. But he
Okay.
has some other things to tell you.
We're interested to hear what else he has to tell us then.
Mm-hmm. So
Awesome. Go on.
he says the raiders have isolated the keep from the town with the cordon they have set up outside. I don't think they intend to attack the keep. It's too well defended, and they can find much easier loot in the town around us. I do think that we can potentially capture some prisoners, as I said earlier. But making a direct assault on the cordon outside will be suicide. But this keep was designed to protect townsfolk in case of a siege. And we do have an old tunnel in the cellars of the keep that does lead to in the surrounding countryside. And if you can go through there and get back into the town, you can make little raiding runs on the raiders and perhaps discourage them from thinking about attacking the keep.
I have no problem going and shedding. Sounds
The-
like a good use of time.
We have seen raiders heading for the town mill, and that mill is incredibly important for the life of our town. If you go out into the town, if you can stop them from attacking it and save it, we would appreciate that as well.
That requires supplies. I'm running low on arrows.
Any supplies that you need that we have, if you are willing to help us, I will be more than happy to give you. We also have heard word from others who have made it to the keep that dozens of the townsfolk have barricaded themselves inside the temple to Helm here in town, but that temple was not designed to withstand any sort of siege, and I don't know how long they can hold out. If you can make it to that temple and escort the townsfolk through the tunnels back into the keep, we would be incredibly grateful for that as well.
Helm. Sounds familiar.
Can't say
Another
I'm ever displeased with a chance to go through some tunnels. I say we go rescue the people first.
another issue that is plaguing us is I'm sure you've seen the blue dragon outside that has been circling the keep. It hasn't attacked us, but any of our guards who go onto the stairs to go outside to try and drive it off or try to shoot arrows down at the surrounding raiders, just the very presence of a dragon there has driven them inside and has crippled our ability to fight back effectively. If there's any way you think you can drive off the dragon, I certainly do not expect you to kill it, but if you can drive it off and make it leave town, I doubt if from what little I know of dragons, it probably has better things to do anyway.
Perhaps it is a mother. Perhaps it has eggs.
He frowns deeply. That is a disturbing thought.
That might be a bit of a stretch.
Nothing would disturb the dragon more than its children being in danger.
Pretty sure
Then
it's
maybe,
Goldie in
perhaps,
danger.
its horde.
There you
I think blue dragons have hordes. Most dragons do.
I think all
I
dragons do have hordes.
Yeah, that's kind of their thing.
Yeah.
So would anybody let me know what I missed while I was out dreaming of baguettes?
You missed not much.
We're still talking to the quest giver.
I know, but does anybody let me in on what the
Yes.
blast I missed?
Yes.
Okay, well, what about that ritual you saw them performing outside of the keep? Might that be something worth interrupting?
I believe so. Any kind of spell is dangerous.
I think the other jobs he had for us were much more important sounding. They seem very, very vital. What's that paper?
He looks down at his desk or his table. He's like, "Which paper do you speak of?"
I'm already distracted. I don't care anymore.
Oh, okay. He's happy to let the issue drop.
I had a moment of clarity, and then it was disappeared.
Okay, so I also have a map for you guys of the town that I will paste and share.
So there's a mill, there's a church, and there's the dragon issue. I think that was all the important ones.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think perhaps, I suppose I should say this in character. I think perhaps our most important duty is to drive that dragon off. The mere presence of that thing being out there endangers everyone. I feel it would be best if we got rid of it before we tried to help everybody else.
Is it even real? I don't think
Of course
anyone's
it's real.
seen a real dragon before. It's probably not
What,
real.
what can so few people do against something so big?
So if you guys want to look at the map, I can trace your path for you through the town.
It's in
Ooh.
the gallery, I believe, right?
It is in the gallery.
Yes.
So in the upper right, there's a path leading in town. That's where you entered. That first crossroads is where you encountered the Swift family and fought those 8 kobolds. Then you continued straight down that path, and then out of one of those houses came those 4 cultists and the guard with the loot. You beat them. Continuing forward, you see that larger building on to the north, with the smoke coming from it. That's where you had the acolyte and the 3 guards around him. Then you cut to the south to avoid that, and then as you were walking down that area, 6 more cultists passed in front of you with loot, and then you just made a break for the keep. From there.
Okay.
And looking at the map, I can point out for you where the mill is and where in theory the tunnel comes out.
Is the mill the top left?
No, the mill is the bottom left one by the
bottom
river.
Left. Okay.
You can see the little water wheel there.
Little smoke, yeah. Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
And the big building on the far right, that's going to be the Temple to Helm.
That's
with the kind of the wall around it.
And you see how, and if you go you see that big circle on the keep in the middle.
Mhm.
If you go directly down the hill down to that bend in the river, that's where the tunnel comes out somewhere around there, according to the governor. And it'll come out on. He doesn't remember because it's never been used. If it comes, which side of the river it comes out on. But they do have nice clean water in the keep because water comes in from that stream into the tunnel into the keep.
Looks like there's some clusters of trees. That'll be good for sneaking around.
So
I best use that for cover.
we might be able to accomplish several of these tasks at once. If we capture the cultists, we might be able to figure out what leverage they have on the dragons,
I agree.
which might be our only recourse for driving it away.
Very astute. I like this man. Well,
Let's
I
go get
propose.
All right. So in
Let's-
the tavern, I posted the 4 objectives he's presented you with. There might be another one of the ones I've listed that I forgot, but those are the big ones.
this. I think we got
That's
to
all you
rescue the
said.
townfolk.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if we go for the town folk in the temple, we can accomplish all that kind of stuff, except the mill.
Yeah, that's probably. But then we'd have to bring any captured prisoners back. So I suppose if we rescue the town folk, we'll capture someone in the process, bring them back, and then drive off the dragon, then save the mill or something along those lines.
It's currently 9 p.m. in game time, and each of these will roughly take an hour. So just kind of give you an estimate of how you guys are, of how time is flowing.
Well, yeah, we best get to the townfolk.
Would you say we had a short rest when we got here, or no?
If you take a short rest,
Oh,
because
when we
you
got
guys
to
have been very
because
busy
Paul
today.
was asleep, or Paul was unconscious, or whatever.
Yeah, we'll say you took a. Well, no, because you would have been healed up by the
We've
clerics.
just been
If you-
healed up. Okay, never mind.
Yep, if you guys choose to take a short rest between doing any of these, or right now, that will take up an hour as well.
It's not necessary, I don't think.
No.
No, I think we just gotta. Losing time is gonna get townsfolk killed.
Only thing I need is supplies. So
Let's get your arrows.
Yep, you are provided with as many arrows as you want.
oh,
You want 10.
The governor says if you can accomplish a couple of these tasks, he is more than happy to go into his personal vault here in the keep and give each of you a special reward. He doesn't go into detail about what that is. It could be a magic item. It could be valuable gems. It could be like some sort of letter of mark or something like that. But
Could be a
it'd be a magic
pommel.
sword. Yes.
could be a wheel of misfortune.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah,
But
he
you
has
have to roll a D100 for it.
Yeah, and it'll spit out. It'll spit out a psionic soul blade for you to use.
All right. Ravon will grab 100 arrows.
100.
100 arrows.
How do you carry 100 arrows?
He makes me do it.
No.
I do think quivers have a maximum capacity.
I do have a backpack though. I don't know
Right.
if
That's still kind of awkward for arrows because of how long they are.
I suppose. Okay.
So we'll figure out the quiver's max capacity at some point. But for now, we'll assume that you have enough to go shoot.
Okay.
If you go a little too crazy with the shoot, though, like we'll cut you off.
Yeah, if you decide that I want to shoot all the arrows across the river and maybe I'll hit someone, I'll probably say you can't do that. But
Yeah,
otherwise,
no.
anything within reason is probably fine.
Okay. Well, I suppose I can just cut that in half. And just do 50.
Quiver. A quiver can hold 20 arrows.
Okay, that's probably what I figure. I'll do 3 quivers then.
All right. You can certainly carry 3 quivers at once. It's a bit awkward, but you can do it.
He's used to being a bit awkward. He's a half elf.
Yeah.
Just to remind
Yeah,
Comes with the territory.
pretty much. No one loves me. Not humans, not elves.
you shot your
Or-
teammate.
Especially
shot
when
my
you wanted to
teammate.
shoot in the back.
Acts like a
Rip-
total dick.
Ravon-
No one loves me.
All
Ravon will not apologize. He has better things to do. He's just I don't. Does it matter if I suppose I just so everyone knows Ravon is chaotic good, so he is a bit.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think at this point, Sven's going to remark, "Was there a cultist shooting arrows? I think one of us got hit."
You would do well to keep your mouth shut sometimes.
All right. So what?
Oh, I don't know. Seems
So
to me
what would
like
you-
there were plenty of arrows
what would you
flying
guys like to
around
do
coming
first?
one direction. Straight into my back.
I don't like that traveling troop.
Well, I
So,
don't find I like it being shot in the back.
were we going the mill or the temple?
Temple.
Let's go to the temple.
Temple, okay.
All right. So you guys can either go through the through the never used tunnel in the cellar to try and sneak out a back way, or you can try to break through the cordon outside.
I'd say the tunnel.
Yeah, the tunnel's safest.
All right.
I can also go ahead and check out everything.
Mhm.
How long would it take to get from the entrance to the exit?
Of the tunnel?
Yeah.
He is not entirely sure. It's never been used. They use like the cellar for storage.
Okay.
But he does say that you can get the key to the tunnel from his man, Castellian Escobert the Red.
My
Who is it?
goodness.
And you can find him working with handing out food to various townsfolk. He is a shield dwarf with knotted, tangled, bright red hair. And he is the official master of the keep. Normally the governor lives in his mansion. He is in charge of defense. And he will happily unlock the door to the tunnel for you.
Hey, make sure that you don't lock us in. Lock us out, rather.
Oh, I'd never do such a thing. You are more than generous folk for helping us out in our time of need. And hey, if you come back alive there, Mr. Corden, then I'll give you some of my personal stash of real good dwarf ale.
Oh, now you're speaking my language. I
He
feel a
will-
little more vigor in my bones.
He laughs heartily and slaps you on the back and says, "Oh, go kill the bastards." All right, so he'll take you down to the cellar. Barrels and crates are piled here in front of the door, and Escobar will open the lock and say, go and make me proud."
I will be doing our best.
Sven starts nudging Corden. Corden.
What?
Do you think Corden?
But
Do you think I'm going to meet a priestess of Helm, Corden?
I don't know. I don't know who lives in.
Oh, okay, so this
I'm very
tunnel,
excited.
this
Oh,
tunnel
that's-
is designed as to basically flow water and act as an emergency passage, so you can only move single file. It is that narrow. Who is going first?
Me.
Okay.
Okay.
Second.
Ravon is a close second.
Who wants to go third?
Well, I should probably keep the ranger ahead of me.
Ah, that sounds reasonable.
Friendship.
Oh
been born.
boy, this is gonna become a thing.
Do you want the
Yeah, not getting shot in the back is going to become a thing.
do you want your
Really should
spellcaster
be
third
one.
or in the back?
I'll probably go in the back. I've got the least armor. I would suspect.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty capable of taking a few.
And the weapon I'm gonna have. So I'm gonna have my spear at the ready. I think right now.
Okay.
Just call me Ravon Shkreli, because
No.
I'm a dick.
All right. So after you work your way, you're walking single file down the passage. This used tunnel is choked with webs, but it is otherwise clear the whole way through. It's a little musty, but it's fine. You make your way to the end, and you can see a hatch that can lead upwards. However, in front of you, you see a writhing mass on the floor underneath the hatch. Who has dark vision or low light vision?
I have dark vision.
I have dark
Not me.
All right, so the people who can see in the darkness, this moving mass in the dark is one big swarm of rats, and it smells fresh meat.
Oh boy.
And it roll initiative.
Oh, disgusting. Ooh, 17.
1.
22.
7.
All right, in that case, it is Ravon going first. You are second in line, and you are stuck behind Sven, but you can move
Shove the
past
nerd out
him
of the
if you
way,
need
yes.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. So, just a movement action, would that just be my turn?
Yes, you
Or-
can. All of you can. Movement action is not your turn. You can move and attack.
Okay, cool. I'm going to switch places and pull out my short swords and go to town on some rats.
Okay.
All right.
We should leave him. Have another unconscious person.
Won't last very long.
14.
Rats.
That is a hit.
Very good. Whoops.
Oh, just a bit.
10 damage.
Your swing slide shooting hit a few rats, but you feel like because you are slashing and swinging at a moving, writhing swarm, that your attacks aren't quite as effective. The swarm has damage resistance to slashing weapons.
Oh, cool. Wait, no, short swords are piercing.
Well, it has damage resistance to that too,
Oh, well, okay then.
and bludgeoning. I'll just throw that out there right now.
Yeah,
They-
yeah,
bludgeoning,
yeah,
piercing,
just-
and slashing weapons, as because they are a swarm.
Swarms are a little trickier to kill with just, running at them and stabbing at them.
Go
That's
Corden.
all I got.
Or shooting them, that's even worse.
Well,
Yeah, well,
having seen the slight utility of the Rangers' frantic stabbing, I'm going to call upon the sacred flame. There's a cantrip.
Mhm.
I'm going to summon sacred flame on the mass. Needs to succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or it's going to take damage. Radiant damage.
They rolled a 20.
Well, okay then. That passes.
Does it take half damage or nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Oh, the rat swarm will move forward and roll, and since Ravon's one who stepped forward, they will swarm all over him,
Oh boy.
scratching, itching, biting, and being really disgusting.
Yeah.
And red
Head
All
on,
right.
apply directly to the forehead.
Add on.
Does 15 hit Ravon?
Oh, just barely.
All right.
Oops, this is gonna suck.
9 damage.
Yo!
Yep.
Holy moly.
Hi, I have 2 HP left.
Oh boy, I can't wait for the team to stop stepping forward.
Mhm.
That'd be great.
All right, go Gedwin.
That'd be really great.
All right, so because we're all single file, I don't know if I could even reach with my spear.
You can move ahead of everyone. They'll happily
Yeah.
push themselves up against the wall to let you move forward.
Hmm.
All right, well, I'm going to. Are useful for this, so I'm just gonna sidle up as close as I can while still behind somebody and just stab at it with my spear.
Okay.
AC 13.
That will hit, but I'm gonna let you know this now because of the way swarms work. They are currently occupying the same space as Ravon. So if you want to stab at them, you have to take a disadvantage to hit. So you have to roll again. Unless you don't want to take disadvantage, then you risk hitting Ravon.
Yeah, 8 to hit.
Oh, that will be a miss, unfortunately.
Can I just stop this for a second? I want us all to picture this 120-pound man carrying a guitar, a longsword, and a spear on his back.
Well, the spear I'm not isn't on my back. I'm using it as a walking stick.
That's a little better.
How old
Sword
is
is
this man?
sheath.
He's like 18.
My God.
20.
That's like 18.
I mean, he's
All
got
right.
the strength stat to back it up. It's like still.
Sven, it is your turn.
Oh boy,
The rats are eating Ravon alive.
Ouchie.
that was a dumb thing for you to do.
It's like that medieval torture thing where they put you in a metal cage and they put a rat in it, then they heat it up, and then the rat has to eat through you to get out.
Hmm.
You ever heard what the Romans did?
I don't know, shove rats up their butts because they were sexual deviants.
And then stick flex tape on it.
Body tape.
I sawed this rat in half.
All right, what are you doing, Sven?
Oh boy, I think I'm gonna take a swing.
You're rolling at disadvantage.
Absolutely, I can't wait.
By the way, Alex, I'm about
I
to
got a 10.
finally
That hits.
try the
All right.
draft beer jelly beans you gave me.
Oh, how were they?
Here, no, I'm about to try them right now.
Oh,
You get
Oh.
a live reaction.
I got a
Here we
1
go.
on my damage. That's 3. It's no
You
good.
got on damage.
you deal 1 damage to the swarm.
Oh.
You skewer a rat. All right, we'll return to top of the order. Go, Ravon. You are being swarmed over by rats. You do not take disadvantage when attacking them.
What an idiot.
Whoops. Let's see. Is there a way to disengage?
You can leave the space, certainly. If the swarm is weird, they don't get like an attack of opportunity at you if you just run away from them.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I need to heal up.
Go. In that case, go, Corden.
Okay.
Well, they certainly
Well,
taste
He,
like
he can
beer.
use second wind, Henry.
No, he can't, can he? It's a fighter ability.
Seems to me that I'm gonna continue to try to sear them with my sacred flame.
All right.
Yeah, so this is basically like
That's
chewing
another
up.
saving throw.
I'm basically chewing up Bud Light here.
How much?
They rolled 5. They fail.
Oh, okay. They most definitely fail.
Yeah, burn him.
Burn them. I got a 5 on my damage.
All right. 5 of the rats explode.
There we go.
Gross.
And I believe it was
God.
Sven who stepped forward. So
Yes.
they will move on to Sven.
There we
they are
go.
ravenous.
This is what I wanted.
Does 11 hit you?
No.
Okay.
Joke. You got
All
me
right.
once at that lucky 20 on the cobbles, but never again.
Go, Gedwin.
They're on my space, by the way, so have fun with that.
Yeah.
Well,
Hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to strike again with the spear. Actually, did bludgeoning seem to work fine
No.
on them?
Bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing, they resist.
All three. So yeah, I might as well just keep using the spear then and keeping my distance.
Don't bother with the disadvantage thing. It's fine.
Well, that's 6 already, so
Oh.
I need to do my second.
All right.
I did need to do it in case I didn't get a nat 1, which I didn't.
Go Sven.
All right, I'm going to take a swing again. I'm not even going to bother moving. Let them bite me. That's a 19.
You hit.
Oh, 9 damage.
You slice up former rats, and while you haven't slaughtered the swarm, enough of their number have been lost that they scatter off into the cracks and crevices of the tunnel and leave you alone.
very good.
I'm glad we took care of that.
I'd like to use my herbalism kit to make a potion of healing.
How long will that take?
That sounds like it takes time.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long it takes to really say. Let me figure out here.
Hey, I know we just left, but you got any potions we could borrow, buy, take? Questions we should have asked?
Yeah, probably. Shoot, completely forgot about potions. God damn it.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be a downtime thing.
Yeah. I'll just
You'll just stay in the back from now on. How about that? Instead of running forward and
You do have a bow, so you can be a
pile
ranged
of
combatant.
rats. All right. So the rats were just eating, I'm sure, some meat or something like that, right? Some junk on the ground.
Yeah, the half elf.
The half elf? Yes,
Hey.
they were, weren't they? That's very good.
All
you
right.
don't know I'm a half elf. I'm really good at hiding my identity.
You've just
Oh, so-
mentioned it 18 times today.
With the rat swarm dispersed, the little hatch is available for you to access.
All right.
I access it.
It is locked
Do
from
we get
the
a key?
inside. You do not have a key.
I have a hammer.
However, years of exposure and neglect have corroded the lock. So
Oh, okay, yeah, so we can just
Yeah,
bash the
just
lock.
smash it with my, whatever you call it.
Your
hand,
big
my
human
hand.
muscles.
That
this will
one, yeah.
require a strength check to break open. Because if you
Alright.
swing your hammer and you hit, but it's a weak swing, that doesn't matter.
I got a 10.
Well, that did not work.
Oh,
Anyone else making a strength check?
I will make a strength check. I got a 15.
You smash the lock to pieces.
Hooray!
Clang! Shatter, shatter.
Excellent.
All right, the hatch can now be opened.
that sure made a lot of noise.
All right, so who is the first one to exit?
I suppose Ravon
Go in the
will
back.
exit. He'll
Well,
well,
I can jump through first. I just broke the lock,
Like,
so I might as well.
Paul's
go.
healthier than you.
All right.
that's true. Yeah, Ravon will be in the back.
Thank you.
Seth, when you jump out, you see some raiders stare at you as you jump basically to them. You look like you jump out of the ground.
That's where dwarves come from.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Looks like the raiders group consists of 2 cultists and 6 kobolds.
Well, so I immediately yell, "Oh, we've got a fight on our hands!" And I start swinging at
All right.
whoever's closest to me.
All right, roll initiative. Seth, you get 1 free swing because basically these guys are hanging out here guarding the tunnel.
Oh
Okay.
boy, it's time for return of the bow.
Oh, get out of here! You gotta shoot out a little hole, you dick.
We're surrounded,
Sorry,
right?
You are surrounded.
Yeah, maybe be a little careful coming up here, John. Maybe
Yeah,
Sit
uh,
this one out for a little bit.
baby. Okay, that's a 24.
All right. Are you hitting a cultist or a kobold?
Cultist.
All right. Roll your
And
damage.
this is with my warhammer one-handed. I have my.
Okay.
Ooh, baby, 10 damage.
He goes down as you skewer him with your warhammer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yep, I jump out. I I swing hard at the chest, a big crossbody slash, or wail on him, and his chest basically implodes and he crumbles to the ground.
All right.
I got a 16 on initiative, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah,
7.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is a separate initiative?
Yes, this is a new combat.
New combat.
Yep, I got a free attack because I basically took them by surprise.
So, Henry, you got 16?
My initiative
Yes.
will be 16 then.
All right, 16 for Gedwin as well. What did you get, Ravon?
7.
7. What did you get, Corden?
I got a 1.
Oh, that works out because you got an attack off anyway. So,
Yeah.
the cultist will actually go first, and he'll basically scream, "Glory to the dragon!" and swing at you with his scythe. He rolled a 2. You're fine.
I am most definitely fine.
All right.
Go Gedwin. I assume he's a little faster than Sven.
All right. Well, I have my spear still. Does it reach up the hole and hit the guys, or do I have to climb up there?
You have to climb out because then you're basically stabbing straight up. They're basically have encircled the hatch in like guard positions.
All right. Well, if I climb out, does that use acrobatics or athletics? Or do I do
It
that
just
to
takes your
get-
move action.
All right. I'll climb up there and have at one of the cultists.
The cultists are both dead. There are only 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's one. There's one left.
Yeah, I'm stabbing him. I'm not taking my chances with armored guys.
All right,
AC 13.
that will hit.
4 damage.
All right, you skewer him with your spear, and he's like, "Oh no!" And he still lives. Go.
Oh
Sven.
yes. Oh,
All right, I'm gonna climb up the ladder. Of course, I'm probably gonna go for one of the kobolds because they've got a lot better lift on my golf swing.
Mm.
And I'm going to say, is Resmir the dragon? I got a 2.
You miss.
All right.
Go Ravon.
All right. Ravon,
The kobolds will shriek at thing. How dare you speak of Razmir? So, Ravon, you can go.
very, very good. Ravon will also climb out of the hole. Let's see. How far is the closest kobold?
You can just whack him.
Oh, cool. Ravon will attack, and as he attacks, he shouts in Draconic for the kobolds to surrender.
We've been
Lest
over this.
they-
You can't intimidate and attack at the same time.
He can scream things, but it just won't count as
I'm
an
not. Yeah,
intimidate check.
I'm not making a
Just
check.
so
or
we're clear,
anything.
though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not making a check. I'm just yelling at them to surrender so that they'll live to see another day. All right. Perhaps killing a few of them will change their mind. Okay. 12.
That's a hit.
I can't wait till they down you and then get a morale boost.
Oh,
It's gonna be great.
don't talk about these things, Henry.
So, Mike,
11 damage.
That will kill one of the kobolds. You slice its
Great.
head off.
Sweet.
All right, the kobolds get to go. There are 5 of them left, and 2 of them will attack Corden, and 1 will attack the rest of each of you. We'll swing at our very sensitive Ravon first. 5 does not hit him.
Does not.
18 no,
Does hit.
20. Well, only the attack on you missed. Does
Oh.
20 hit Gedwin?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. I need to quickly check their damage. 3 damage to Gedwin. Does a 18 hit Corden?
Yeah, 18
Yeah.
hits me.
You take 5 damage. Does a 7 hit Corden? No.
Nope.
Does a 15 hit Sven?
No.
Okay. We'll return to the Corden's turn.
Okay. I am going to take out my anger at being hit again by smacking the head of a kobold in.
All right.
12?
12 will hit.
Yes. Okay. And then that is 7 damage.
That will kill it.
Excellent.
All right. The cultist gets to go. And he will still swing for Corden. Oh, boy. Well, I'm guessing that 19 hits you. So
19 does hit, yeah.
he slashes you up with his scythe. For 8 damage.
Oh, yeah.
No, not 8 damage, 5 damage.
Damn it. That's me at 0.
All right.
Oof. Ouch. Oh,
Oof. Morale boost.
Corden falls down. But it is now Gedwin's turn.
Yeah, I don't like that one bit. I'm going to toss aside my spear as I chase after the guy that just downed Corbin and draw my longsword
Mm-hmm.
and give a contemptuous slice with that. And I roll in that one.
Oh,
Oh,
you drop your sword.
Rut-row.
So I just throw my spirit aside, run. I'll get you. Draw my sword and toss it. Oops.
So, Corden, normally you're conscious when you hit 0, but you just can only take regular actions. However, because your friend rushed over to save you and dropped his weapon, its pommel hits you on the forehead and you just get knocked out.
He's not bleeding out, though, is he?
No, he's not bleeding out. He went from conscious to unconscious.
The friendly fire is not with him.
Nope. Ghost Fen.
You could call
Why
him
do you guys hate
Corden
the war?
Blue. Because
Well,
he's sad.
Shut up.
Corden blew it.
He didn't blow anything. He's a tank.
Looks
He's
like
supposed to.
looks
get
like
hit.
he blew himself.
All right, I'm gonna go with another golf swing, and this one's gonna be even worse. I rolled a 10.
That is a miss. Well, go, Ravon.
Okay, how many
There-
kobolds are left?
4.
It's a
All
whole
right, I'll
bunch.
attack another one and repeat that they should really consider surrendering.
They just downed one of us. The morale's huge.
Consider it, guys.
And one of the other guys dropped his sword.
Yep. I'm serious. Surrender.
Yeah, we're real intimidating here right now.
They do seemed a little
boy.
surprised you can speak Draconic.
Well, that's only natural.
I thought you were
oops.
gonna say they were surprised at meeting the most incompetent group of adventurers.
Oh, you should have seen the last guys they ran into.
Oh,
These
goodness.
have got to be like the worst. This is the worst group we've been. This is pretty bad.
I mean, it's not great. Oh, that's a nat 20. So
Oh, that's a hit.
critical. Let's see. What are crits
Hey,
in
I'm doing
5e?
fantastic.
You roll
I
double
just have
damage,
to
and
roll.
that's it.
Yeah, just roll
Oh,
2
okay.
dice.
Sweet. Oh, actually, I already rolled 2 dice for 2 short swords. So
I don't think you add your strength bonus twice, though. So you just add the...
okay. Well,
I
I don't
could-
have a strength bonus to add.
Ah,
So is that just 4d6 then?
No,
I guess.
you'd only roll on one of the attacks. You only got a crit
Mhm.
on one of them.
yep.
Okay.
Trying to get 40. What are you, crazy?
I
You
don't know.
You need like 5 damage
You
to
only,
kill
you only roll
6.
double so basically when you roll a 20, that's only for one of your swings.
Okay.
So if you have like 2d6 total between your two short swords, and you hit with both of them, you would roll 3d6 total to account for one crit.
Okay. All right. 4 damage on that one.
Total?
Yep.
The kobold is still up.
Okay. Second attack then. Or second swing. That's a 10.
That's a miss.
All right.
All right, the kobolds go. There's 4 left, and 2 of them will attack Sven. The cultist and another kobold will attack Gedwin, and 1 kobold will attack Ravon. And we'll roll for the kobold first. Does a 17 hit Ravon?
It does.
You take 5 damage.
Hey, cool. I'm at minus 3 HP.
Rip. Does a 13 hit Gedwin?
Aha, no.
What about a 22?
Maybe. I'll think
No.
about it.
All right. You take 6 damage from the kobold's dagger.
Holy poop. I'm at 1.
All right. Does a 22 hit
Sven,
this man? Yes, Sven.
just.
Just.
I've got 19 AC, so.
You take 14 damage,
Okay.
and then the other kobold rolled a 1, and because these are kobolds, he swung at his friend by accident and did 5 damage and killed him.
That is
So-
acceptable.
Okay with that.
All right. So Corden can't do anything because he's unconscious, and the cultist took his
Sure.
turn to assault. So we are back to Gedwin. There are 3 kobolds left and 1 cultist. 1 kobold is injured and 1 cultist is injured.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Got any spells, wizard?
Yeah, but an AOE that'll kill all of us.
My
I
God.
can take it, Paul.
I love it.
Yeah, how far away are my weapons?
You can reach down and pick up your longsword, but
Swing the
it'll be your
guitar.
move action.
That'll be my move action only?
Yep.
Oh, then I'll just do that and then stab the kobold that's in front of my face. Actually, the cultist.
Okay.
21.
That's it.
Nice.
8 damage.
Dead. All right, so we'll take it over to Sven.
Golf swing for luck. Oh my goodness. Can I roll higher than a 9?
9 is not good enough. All right, so the last cultist is down, and you're down to 3 kobolds. 1 kobold turns its attention to Gedwin, and the other 2 will continue to attack Sven. 19 will hit Sven.
Oh, come on.
You take
Oh,
3 damage.
jeez.
All right, I'm out.
You're out?
Yep.
Okay.
We are going to be prisoners.
Does 11 hit Gedwin?
Nope.
Okay, the other kobold will continue to attack Sven, and he took 3 more damage.
I took 3 more.
Yep.
Very nice.
Oof.
Puts me at -4.
So
Okay.
if I aimed my thunder wave like upwards slightly, Like, would it be able to hit like just people that aren't on the floor and hit the kobolds?
You can't do that, but you can move away from the combat in such a way that your spear is only hitting the kobolds and not your friends. So think about like if you have 3 friends to the south and 3 kobolds to the north. If you move north to around the kobolds, you can just hit them with your thunder spear, and you won't hit your allies.
That's what I'm going to have to do then on my turn. Is it my turn yet?
It is your turn.
That's what I'm going to have to do. I toss my longsword again, switch to the guitar while like power sliding, and then just go.
I love it.
Play Dragon Force.
And,
that
let's
will
see.
empower
Okay,
them, John.
they need to make their fortitude or constitution saving throws.
1 pass, 2 fail.
Okay, well, the damage is 10.
Well, that kills them because they have 5 HP even if they fail. So the kobolds go flying 10 feet away from you over your allies, and they are all dead.
And I am out of spells.
Paul, roll 1d6.
One.
You find 10 gold collectively among the corpses.
Noted.
Hey.
Your allies are... One of them is just unconscious. The other 2 seem to be bleeding out. You guys can roll your death saves if you want.
Yeah,
Or is there a
D20?
bard cantrip that will save them?
I got a 16.
oh no.
16? Okay.
I got a 6.
All right.
6.
Yep.
Anyone gonna save me, or do I roll again?
Oh, I'm going to try and save you.
Can I try to wake up?
You might be... Your bard friend might be able to wake you up, but...
Oh. 0 hit points.
That's a much better idea than me trying to do medicine.
I think you automatically stabilize after combat, but I'm not sure.
Well, while you're looking at that, I will go to our cleric friend and start playing music in his ear.
This sounds like some sort of esoteric naturopathic healing, so roll medicine.
Play
Really just
roundabout.
to wake his butt up.
Nope, is there a bardic music check of some sort?
There is perform.
Yeah, roll perform check.
$15.
Perfect. Your lilting tunes awaken your unconscious friend. Gordon, you have a giant ass bruise on your forehead right now. And you have 2 friends who are bleeding out and dying.
Can I roll it? Can I roll it?
Oy. I can use my cantrip.
One
I
more
have-
roll and I die.
He grabs your foot, and you're fine. You don't get to make a new character yet.
Yeah, I see you're bleeding.
I would have failed.
Yeah, I'm also at I'm at 2 succeeds, 2 fails. So, how many cantrips do you have?
He's got
as
as
many
many
as
as he
I-
wants.
Yep.
That
Oh,
is a
very
cantrip.
good.
It takes 1 action, so
So he chose to save me instead of you.
I just
Goodbye.
grabbed whoever was close because I don't know who hit me unconscious.
Well, I guess I'll take my final roll. Oh, please.
No, he's
please.
kidding. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Good. Because I would have failed.
Same. Can I just say something? That's some fine rolling there, Alex.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're having some good luck.
I am.
Yeah.
Jesus, I have.
Oh my
18
goodness.
armor. I know.
I got
18
19
armor,
armor,
these guys.
sir.
And
I
our
got
last
critted.
guy up had 1 hit point left.
That
Those
14 damage was a
kobolds
crit,
ain't-
right, Alex?
What?
The 14 damage was a crit, right?
No one ever took 14 damage.
I did.
From what?
Didn't you hit me with 14 damage?
I've never hit you with 14 damage.
I thought that was the first thing to hit me.
I hit you with
You're not
4
gonna pass
damage.
because you don't know how to.
Oh, then I'm like super fine. I was
Oh,
freaking out because I
wow.
was like, why did you hit me with 14 damage?
Well then.
It's a joke. I got 16 HP.
Oh, I have 16. Jesus.
I'm huge.
What do you have?
I'm an actual tank, Seth.
You have frickin' 20 Constitution.
I have 16 Constitution.
You took toughness.
I didn't take toughness. I don't know why I have 16 health. I just have 16 health.
Yeah. Henry.
That's what I
Oh
wrote.
my goodness.
Character generation.
Well, I'll have to look over that because I don't
Well,
think
I
that's
will
actually
too, actually.
possible.
It is apparent that
How do I have 16 health?
they knew we were coming. They know about this secret entrance.
Did you read the 1d10 or 6 and then add that or something?
Nah, there's no way I did that. Okay, this player's handbook sucks.
All right, so what is your game plan? People who are conscious, which I guess is everyone except Ravon.
Oh boy.
Is it too early to go back and ask? Healing. Ugh.
I can make potions of healing.
Are any of the guys that we skewered still alive?
John, the herbalism kit does not let you make potions of healing. It is
Really?
a prereq for making potions of healing.
Oh.
You need to be able to cast healing spells to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
So, Alex,
Yes.
are any of the guys we killed alive?
No, they're definitely dead.
Yeah, that kind of didn't go well.
Oh. Oh. Well, do we continue to try? Do we continue on and hope that we don't have to fight anything else, or turn around and get scrubbed up?
We could always. I imagine that there will be healers in the temple as well.
Maybe that's true. Maybe, well, perhaps.
We would have to play it very safe.
It does.
Right.
So if you come through the tunnel and then you go back, clearing out all these guys, that will have taken an hour. And then if you take a short rest and heal yourselves fully up in the keep, that will take another hour of time. But then if you wanted to go do the temple stuff after that, that would be hour number 3.
Ay, ay.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we.
But you'd be at full health.
Yeah,
Yep.
and we got. I mean, that was a thumping fight.
Yeah, I suppose we should ask for some healing potions, huh?
Yeah, if we could snag a few of those.
It would have been nice if we brought a healer.
Well, we don't exactly have time for me to prepare.
All right. So you guys go back through the tunnel. You fully rest up. You request healing potions, and I'll roll 1d4, and that'll be what they have. You guys they find 2 healing potions, scoured away in the stores, and they give them to you. Or potions of healing is, I guess, what they're called now. I'll figure out the specific stats on that.
There were like a dozen of them. You understand?
A potion of healing will regain you 2d4 plus 2 hit points when you drink this potion.
Sweetness.
Oh, John, because the potion of healing is different from what I thought it was. You might actually be able to make it with the herbalism kit.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, this is a new thing for me. Okay.
So then we will we'll continue onwards.
All right.
Yeah, I think we gotta. So we're back at full health with a little bit of healing.
Mhm.
Oof. Got a bunch of new scars already. Didn't expect that.
Right. Well,
I'm just trying to figure out where this health came from. It shouldn't happen. It shouldn't exist. I think that my character sheet just glitched like crazy because a lot of the numbers were off.
Okay, so John, to create a potion of healing, you can do that with your herbalism kit, but it
Huh.
takes 25 gold pieces and 1 day to make 1 potion.
good lord, that sucks.
Right, but it's a way for non-clerics to create healing items, which is pretty
Right.
cool.
I suppose that would help if we're traveling and stuff.
Yeah, it is. It's during downtime.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
I will keep that in mind.
yeah, traveling unfortunately does not count as downtime. So
Oh, well,
because you're spending that time traveling instead of making your potion.
okay.
So you guys want to go to the temple?
Yeah.
All right, you make your way back through the musty tunnel. Rats peek their heads out from the cracks and crevices, but they leave you well enough alone. And so the tunnel, if you want to look back at the town of Greenest, and you look down right from the map, you come out on the keep side of the river, right by the bank. You can see the fires of the cordon surrounding the keep off in the distance, but it looks like the guards that you killed here was the main force keeping an eye out for anyone who might try to escape. So it is not too much of an issue for you to keep by the tree line as you approach the temple.
Cool.
The Temple of Helm. All right.
What do I know? I'm gonna take her. I don't know.
What?
I was just gonna see what I knew about Helm.
Oh, okay.
It's that fun moment when Seth's got a worse mic than Alex now.
I was leaning away a little bit, and I'm kind of like next to him, hot, but otherwise I'm sitting in the basement with a football game blaring. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I rolled a 5 on my religion. Fine, let's see what I know about Helm.
He's basically the closest thing humans have to a dwarf god.
Oh. Okay.
So you like Helm.
Okay. He's no Torm, but he'll do.
Yeah, he's basically like if humans worshipped Moradin, he's like a human Moradin.
Gotcha.
Right, John?
Correct.
You don't know any like actual specifics about him, unfortunately.
Yeah.
See, I know all about him because, well, Talon has prayed to him on many an occasion to
Yes.
smite chaos.
Mm-hmm.
You also got negative paladin points against him.
Yes.
We don't speak about that.
Yes, and then Talon Card went straight to hell. Let's see. The temple is a large building made of field stone with a peaked slate roof and square in shape. It is taller than most of the other buildings in town. You see 3 groups of raiders surrounding the temple as you approach it from the tree line. It looks like the attackers have tried to set fire to the stout structure, but have had little success. There are, from what you can, if someone wants to go scout out, you can see what's going on. Right now, it just looks like there's kind of different groups attacking the temple.
Well, we do have a scout here.
Mm-hmm.
We sure do. All right.
All right, it looks like you have to, if you want to make a stealth check, you can go scout out what's going on.
I will do it. Yes. Okay. $17.
All right, that will work. It looks like the force outside temple is split into 3 groups. One is battering at the doors, the front doors. Another is circling the temple in a screeching mob. That one mostly consists of kobolds. And there is another group heaping burning straw against the rear door. It looks like these groups are far enough away from each other that you might be able to attack them separately, but it'd have to be a quick and surgical strike before you attract the attention of everyone. The group at the front consists of 6 kobolds, 2 cultists, and 1. I have to actually look up what the hell this is.
It's not one of those drakes, is it?
No, it is. It looks like it's a human, but they seem to be wearing much more ornate and much more ornate and ceremonial outfit than the other cultists and acolytes you have seen before.
Oh dear.
So this looks like it might be some sort of cult leader.
They might be from Waterdeep.
Might be an officer that we can capture.
A noble.
Yep, the group B surrounding this, kind of doing a shrieking, whoop whoop, let's go kill them all, is a group that consists of 3 cultists, 10 kobolds, and 2 giant lizard-like things that they are walking with. Roll a nature check.
Oh, goody goody. Uh, 10.
All right. Because you have favorite enemy dragon, I'm going to give this to you because this is a dragon type enemy. This is something called an ambush drake. It's a somewhat feline, kind of low to the ground dragon. It is short, squat, and compact compared to normal dragons, but can still grow to be as large as an adult human.
Ooh.
I'll post a picture of it.
You're getting some crackly
Crackle, pop, pop.
snap crackle. Drop pop.
I wish
And
I still had Thunder Waves left.
so because this building is pretty big, they are like this building is 100 feet long. This mob is strung out in a line of like 50 feet long on like the left side of the building, whooping and cheering and working themselves up into a frenzy.
Oh no.
And the group at the back with the hay consists of 2 cultists and 6 kobolds clustered tightly around the temple's back door. Their meager fire produces little flame, instead creating prodigious clouds of black smoke that engulf the back of the temple and blanket the surrounding 30 feet of ground. Everything in the smoke is lightly obscured. And you do hear some shrieks and sobbing from inside the temple that indicate there are indeed people trapped inside.
Okay.
A quest.
All right. I will return to the group and report what I've seen.
Yes, very interesting.
So it's a big old mess of them.
I believe it is in our best interest to attack the small first. If we wipe them out quickly, we can move and focus on the bigger group.
So this is what an ambush drake is.
Oof.
That looks nasty.
The ambush strike is
I'll also
certainly
take the
nothing.
opportunity to remind you that your objective here is rescue, not necessarily kills everyone.
Yeah.
Right. But we'd want to at least. Did it look like there was anything a certain entryway that we could get into?
Yes, there is a back door that they probably barricade from the inside. That group with the 2 cultists and 6 kobolds are trying to set that hay, or have like a bunch of hay stacked up against that door, and they're trying to set a flame and burn their way in, or smoke out the people inside.
Just a friendly
The people in
reminder.
the front are handling improvised battering ram that looks like it will probably make it within the building before the night is through.
Just a fun reminder that, like, even when we had to jump on two cultists and 6 kobolds, we just about died. So
Yeah.
Mhm. So also, John, the string of the large group with like 10 kobolds, 3 cultists, and the drakes that are like doing their whooping dance. They're doing like a whole circling around the building, doing their chanting. It takes them
Okay.
about 8 minutes as you observe them to do a full circle.
Okay.
So if you attack one of the groups, it looks like if you take too long, then they'll eventually make their way by.
Is how long is one round?
6 seconds.
Okay.
you get a lot of time if we time it right.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the combat thus far has been 4 rounds or less, so everything's over in less than 30 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to presume that Ravon will return to the group and relay this information.
Yeah. He
Yes.
said he did already.
Oh, okay.
I'm just wondering what kind of distraction we could do, because what they want is inside the temple.
Hmm.
And
Well-
we're approaching our 3 hour mark. If I don't know if you guys want to go through this encounter before wrapping up, or you want to wrap up before we do this encounter.
I gotta work in the morning, and so I don't know that we'll get through a whole fight.
If you guys want to come up with a plan and figure that out right now, and then we can plan to execute that when we meet again.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea.
How about we use the hay to set the battering ram on fire
That's kind of what I was
with
thinking.
a fire arrow?
That's yep. You're kind of
And
reading my
then
mind.
We
there.
gotta move the battering ram into the fire.
Well,
We might be creating a fiery battering ram though, which might actually make things worse for us.
I was thinking more of a distraction involving a fire arrow that the rest of the party kind of sneaks in on that distraction while I am stealthy and sink away into the trees.
You're the obvious decoy.
What if the cultist that has a bow and arrow shows up and shoots fire arrows at us? They've already
I
hit our
don't know if
dwarf.
fire arrows what you want, because you don't want more destruction, you just want death. So maybe like an arrow at their leader and then disappear.
Perhaps might be a good idea.
Oh, I actually have a picture of the
Cultist leader?
cult leader. Yeah, I'll share that with you.
What if you use a wild berry arrow?
You mean a good berry?
Good berry, wild berry.
I think we should have Seth be the decoy.
He's not stealthy.
And
That's
he
the
moves
point.
25 feet.
Yeah, that's right.
So their official title is Dragon Claw within the ranks of Cult of the Dragon. You guys will
Ooh.
basically learn that as soon as you interrogate someone. But that is what they look like. It's pretty distinctive. The other cultists have just worn leather armor and black robes.
Great looking mask, I like it.
He looks like he's hot shit.
Yes. I want to be him.
Well, if you kill him, you can take his mask, I guess.
No.
Well, yeah, I think an arrow at that guy. And for all we know, if you get a really good shot, you might even kill him. But that might be the only way to like get a number of them to follow you. Goodness, I wish I still had my AoE spells.
Didn't we go back and rest? Or just heal?
You need a long rest.
Yeah, I've still got a spell to cast. It depends on how big of a fight we get in. Lean towards casting Shield of Faith, which will give me +2 AC for up to 10 minutes.
Doesn't matter. Alex rolls
Oh,
25.
that's super good.
Yeah. Right, it would put me at 20, but I need Alex to not roll.
I mean 20 is a
20s.
substantial amount of AC.
Yeah.
That actually really is. I mean, but he has rolled 21s and
It's
22s.
just what he rolled doesn't mean what he's going to roll in the future anyway. That's not part of our strategy. Our strategy here is do we want to distract them and then lure them away and then try to sneak everyone out, or kind of what are we going for here?
Well, we can't fight all of them.
We can't fight one of them, I say.
So we had the 6, was it two cultists, 6
Two cultists, 6
kobolds at the back?
Yep, 2 cultists, 6 kobolds in the back. The front has the leader, 2 cultists, 6 kobolds, and there's basically a horde doing a dance around the temple.
And we want to avoid that at all costs, so we go for that when it's like around the other side.
Yeah, it is
What's the roof made out of?
slate.
Ooh.
They're having trouble saying fire to it because it's made of field stone and slate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but we wouldn't be able to like sneak in through the roof.
That seems very unlikely.
What if we wait for them to knock the door down, then we can sneak in through there?
There is a back door.
Oh yeah, but they're watching that too, aren't they?
There
Their
are 2
cultists and kobolds are trying to light it on fire.
Yeah, but their attempts have mostly created smoke, so the back has like a thick clouds of black smoke that obscure it. So
It's probably pretty noisy
Got my
too.
target.
it is pretty noisy. Yeah, the smoke that they're making in the back is very thick and engulfs the back of the temple and blankets the surrounding 30 feet of ground. Everything in the smoke is lightly obscured, and trying to look at anything 15 feet or further in the smoke is heavily obscured.
So if we worked our way around and essentially came at the back door group with, if we essentially came at them through the smoke, we could be obscured enough from sight and potentially sound if we let the wandering group go past and give them like a minute to make their way slightly around. And we could probably take them and, in a few rounds, mop them up and have cleared that obstacle.
Yes.
That might be our
Yeah.
best. That might be our best approach. How big was the wandering group again?
The wandering group is 3 cultists, 10 kobolds, and 2 ambush drakes.
Yeah,
This is
that's,
a 50-foot long mob that's basically doing a conga line around the temple. They complete 1 circuit every 8 minutes, 2 minutes per side.
Basically, I'd hesitate to encounter this at level 2.
yeah.
Right now, we'd get slaughtered if we fought that.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't be able to.
Or run from it. We'd be
Yeah,
killed.
too.
But I mean, like the main idea is we time the cultist walking around.
Right. I mean, they get a little ways past, and we're fine enough with the noise and the smoke. Noticed,
Yeah.
like,
if we go back to our previous sites of killing cultists, we can steal some armor and disguise ourselves and blend in.
Perhaps,
No.
but I feel like that's going to take a lot of time,
Yeah.
and also there would be blood.
And for all we know, they could have a lot of identifying features to their cult that we don't even know about.
Yeah.
Some sort of.
Hey, I got a little bit of blood on my robes during the sacrifice.
Sven's short. Actually, everyone roll a intelligence check
Oh.
or wisdom if you prefer. Both apply in this situation.
Yeah, I'll take wisdom.
I'll
Yeah,
stick
same.
wisdom. I got a 16.
Nat 1, my third of the day.
Oh boy!
I got a 10.
All right, anyone who got higher than 10, way back when you first entered the town and those kobolds are chasing down the Swift family, when you attacked them the first time, they said something about you helping them, or like, why aren't you helping them? It seems like they thought that because you were armed and armored folks entering the town, that you were with the raiding party. Because there have been armed guards that may have been more like mercenaries than part of the actual cult.
Oh, that's a good angle.
Too
Dude,
bad I'd screw it up somehow.
Well, so have your... I mean, the people that remember that, have they suggested that to them? Because
Ravon rolled a 11, so he will suggest that.
so he mentions, remember when they thought...
It's just another possible angle to explore the situation if you have anyone who might be charismatic enough to try some bluffing type stuff.
Who's got charisma?
I
Bard.
don't.
Oh ho!
Wee.
If there was... is there like hay around? I mean, could we, like, in that situation, could we, like, walk up with, say, firewood or hay and be like, oh yeah, we're here to help set the fire?
Oh, I thought you were suggesting something entirely different.
there is wood and hay around, and I guess as this is all happening, all four of you are, even though you're not really thinking about it, you're all pretty aware of the adult dragon that continues to circle the keep.
Mm-hmm.
Not real.
You can hear the thrum of wing beats as it circles.
It's not real.
That's delusion.
Think those bodies
Well,
will burn? Maybe some of the
does
cloth
the-
armor on them.
does the bard think he could bluff them into... I mean, yeah, would it be possible?
I think he's
Or-
rolled all of the nat ones he's going to get all of the night. So
That's true. I mean, if you've got, like,
next session he could
Deception.
continue rolling more.
deception or persuasion or something like that, potentially going and convincing them that, like...
I think I have both, maybe.
Yeah,
If not, I
because
for sure have
I
persuasion.
wonder if I could convince them to be like, hey, you're needed around. Bust our way in and get people out.
I don't have deception, but I have a 3 on it, which is okay. But I have 5 on persuasion.
Yeah, I have no charisma, so
Same.
someone else will have to make that.
John, I appreciate the shit post, but if you could move that to the tavern, that's a more appropriate place for it.
Oh, is that? I wasn't sure.
Yep, tavern is like general discussion and shit posts and things, and characters we're going to try to keep to like builds and spell slots and
Come on, John.
Bing bong. There we go.
Delete
Fixed.
that. Delete that.
hooray,
post.
shit posts.
Characters. Yeah, so
I'll even pin it for you.
Oh yes.
so yeah, I mean, I think maybe we either we either basically bluff them by walking up, seeming all friendly, try to convince them that, or we just try to convince them that they're needed elsewhere, and then we make our way, try to sneak our way in through that door real quick.
Yeah, I suppose we can decide next time, but one of those options I think would be pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
So in either case, I think we give it a minute, or that once the mob passes by and is on the, let's turn the corner and started wandering down the other way, then we make our approach because we want to give ourselves as much time as possible.
Hey, we can tell them, hey, they managed to break into the keep. We need as many guys as we can there.
I think
That's a delicious target for them. Or rather, we tell them, hey, we found a secret entrance or a secret tunnel that leads to the keep.
yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Because then they don't have to make a bluff check.
You kind of.
Although we don't want to tell them exactly where the secret tunnel is. 'Cause then,
Bluff is about intent. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm telling the truth, so therefore I don't have to roll on it." You're actively trying to manipulate people,
you're actively trying to manipulate people.
and it's working. You got skill points, Paul. You might as well use them to roll. Get some nice rolls like that nat 1 you got, or how about that the nat 1 you got?
I did get a single nat 20,
What
though.
about the nat 1 as well?
Can I get another nat 1 and shoot another arrow in?
That'd be ideal. It might do 14 damage to my 16 health.
So just do some future planning. When is the next good time to meet?
My weekends free up dramatically after October starts.
My next day off is Tuesday, so ideally tomorrow night would be perfect. But I don't know when my next day off is. That's Sundays. Saturday nights are usually really good because
I'll be able
don't
to
have
do Saturday nights after the first weekend of October. But before then, my Saturdays are all totally taken up.
Yeah, the Saturday nights are usually pretty good because I don't work till 8:30 those days, so I can stay up till about 12. Otherwise, my normal bedtime is around 9
Mm-hmm.
or 10 if I'm pushing it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Henry works
It's
almost
about-
every darn day.
I'm available anytime after 6. Any day.
I'm good till about 10 o'clock on a weeknight. And then weekends kind of, it depends on what's going on.
The 29th,
Yeah, my weekdays I've got class on Tuesday and Wednesday.
the 29th is a no-fly because it's a wedding day, right, Paul?
Yep, but so is the Saturday before and the Saturday after for me.
My goodness.
Please.
I had
Would
7 wedding invites this summer.
if
Oh my
we
God.
if we can't make if we can't find another time before then, would Saturday, October 13th work as a session date?
Yes.
It needs to start at 6 p.m. and it starts at 6 p.m.
Yes.
But if we can start earlier, we can start earlier too.
Generally, I am off work by 5, hard cut, because after 5 is penalty time, and they usually practically drag you out of the building by your ear if you're even close to 5 o'clock. So
Yeah, as far for now, as far as I know, October 13th will work for me.
John, I got a life hack for
Or
you.
no, yeah.
You You should Van Gogh your ear off, and then they can't pull you out of penalty work.
I mean, they technically, I mean, they could tell me to leave at 5.
Well, if they got no ears to grab onto, they can't pull you by the ear.
Oh,
Okay, for now, I'm going to set next session for
13th.
Saturday, October 13th. If for some reason there's a miracle day that opens up for everyone, we can do another one before then. But for now, we'll plan for this.
I'll see when my next day off is. If
I mean, otherwise Sundays will work for me, but Sundays sound less than ideal for.
I mean, if people can do
they-
another 6 p.m. Sunday on like the 29th or something, or 30th.
Yeah.
I mean, Sundays work, but an earlier start would be better because I usually get off. Like today, I got off work at 12:30. So
Mhm. Yeah, that's reliant on whenever Henry's available on Sunday.
right.
Which I'm not. Thanks, Brendan.
Well, I'll have Sunday, September 30th be a tentative date, but I won't plan for it. We'll have a better idea when we get closer to that date, but I'll have Saturday, October 13th as a more solid date.
Cool
now.
and good.
I'll have to see on that one because I might. In which case, I will be out of town.
Mhm.
So I'll confirm. But yeah. I mean, like starting at like 5 or 6, playing for a few hours. That's not a big deal. And same thing with most weekdays. If people, I guess no, because you wouldn't get off of work until late anyway. So weekdays are great.
I mean, I'm more than willing to do weekdays, but my current work schedule has me getting off of work at about 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Minnesota time, and I don't think that works for anyone else.
No.
Absolutely not.
I'd do
Yeah,
it.
You play your
So-
one-man session. Then.
So, I mean, something else we can think about too is if for whatever reason people do want to do something Sunday, September 30th at 6, we can plan to just knock out this temple section and then we'd start cleaner on the 13th or something too.
Right. Yeah.
But-
Well, we can keep
I'll-
sorting it out. We can.
Yeah, I'll check in with everyone again in a week and see how everyone's feeling about the 30th. At that point, if I have like a yes from everyone, I'll plan for it. If I get a no, I won't worry about the 30th until. And
Alright.
Super good.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night, everyone.
Night.
Night.
Oh,
Good
everybody.
session.
and for people who want to stick around for an extra 10 minutes or so, any feedback I can get on this, I'm interested in because I'm new to the system, and it looks like this module moves relatively fast. So I'm wondering if how people are feeling about the pace of the game and how it feels so far.
Well, I mean, we got a lot done. And it was a productive 3 hours. We're well established and got some combat in. Did some, did a little RP. Figured out what we got a couple of different things to do. So
I think we're still figuring out where our party kind of
It
exists
doesn't.
in this space, but I think it's working well. I think you kept things moving, which, as Seth was saying, it was a lot of combat, very fast. Just kept the action going, and right now we're kind of in an emergency situation already, which is a good place to start because then we don't have to think about a lot of stuff. It's just act, and we'll figure out later.
I'm actually pretty surprised about how quickly combat is moving. I'm used to it being more of a slog.
Yeah, it's going pretty quick. I think it helps that 5e simplified a lot of things.
Mhm.
I also think voice chat helps.
Doesn't seem that much different to me.
It's not much different, but it is
We have
a little more
weapons
streamlined.
and we just roll dice. I think we just all
Yeah,
know our numbers
I
this
think the
time.
voice chat helps because then you can yell at people if they're not paying attention. So
I've
everybody
been doing
pays
voice
attention.
chat for a while though.
and
But we didn't for
right,
Alex's old campaign. He was running.
This is it works. It works too when yeah, when people are paying attention to their numbers and stuff like that, and know what they're kind of know some of the basics of what they're doing.
Because historically,
Oh.
people haven't exactly known their attack bonuses and their damage bonuses and what dice they're even rolling for their weapons. And I think people are just more on top of that right now, so that's why it's going quicker.
Yeah,
And we don't have a lot of abilities yet, or spells.
yeah,
Our
There
wizard,
wasn't a lot of spells for me to think about. It was like,
our wizard poked things with a sword and a spear.
I cast my 2 spells. Actually,
I lost so many weapons.
Our cleric paladin.
I'm just like dropping stuff all over the place.
I think I rolled like 3 1s tonight. 3 1s
the
and a
rolls
20.
were we rolled some awful rolls. We've been having some rough luck.
Me and John both had 3 1s.
Oof.
I did
Although
get a 20,
roll
so that
max
kind of.
damage almost. I rolled 1 off of max damage on my Thunder Wave the first time I used it.
Nice. Rolling that 20 doesn't make up for the fact. I mean, the fact. You bastard.
Oh, what did you guys all think about all our party's behavior? Like specifically me initiating that fight without
I
letting
think-
you guys in on what I was doing.
Oh, I think it's, to an extent, I think it's fun. We were kind of goofing around with our character, doing some odd stuff because, none of us are walking in here as a well-oiled. We're not here as a well-oiled machine. We're all level 1 adventurers. We're all newbies to working together and to like fighting things like this all the time.
No. And I mean, and for my character at least, my feelings on this character are that I'm going to kind of keep evolving him because I wrote that gigantic paragraph out last night for like 2 hours because I couldn't stop typing, and it kind of went from the ranger leader lady trying to commit murder to he just led a band of rangers to their deaths, and the group was mad at him. So for me at least, there's plenty of stuff to hammer out, and his personality is definitely part of that.
I'm still dialing in exactly.
It took me 20 minutes to figure out how to do a French accent.
Oui,
Is that
mon
the baking
ami.
time on your baguette?
Actually, it roughly was.
Oh.
I think the baguette recharged me. That's what I was doing when I was dead, by the way.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, no, and I'm also glad we're saving each other too, because this is the most I've ever seen anybody knocked down in one session. Pretty much all of us have been down, and we almost lost.
Yeah, I mean,
the
like,
fight.
well, right? We are getting thumped because Alex keeps rolling. I mean, Henry, how much AC you said?
I've got 19 AC. No, I was
Right,
I was
you have
actually
19.
like extremely fine. I only said I was down because I had misheard 4 as 14,
Sure,
which is 10.
but but like,
And
you
I
took-
cheated on my health, which is another fun thing, but that's beside the point.
you took a lump.
I took a good 8 damage or so. I was still fine.
Well, right.
Yeah, and
like,
I had 1 hit point left.
I have 18 AC when I have my shield out, and I got like
Well, that's the
What,
problem.
Alex is-
You gotta 2-hand your warhammer so you can kill more things. Sissy.
I kill him just fine one-handed,
Nah,
and I still get.
nah, bro.
And even with the 18, I'm still getting hit.
Dude, you gotta cast more spells. Some inflict
Yeah.
minor wounds.
I agree with you though, Seth. I think it is interesting that we're we're going into this and our team is not cohesive because we just started working together. We're just
That's
people
not
that happen to be on the
interesting
same
to
job
me.
so far.
That's a failure. Like we're experienced D&D players. We should not be.
No, but our
firing.
adventurers aren't experienced.
I don't care. We almost lost to a level 1 encounter.
A lot of these encounters are designed to be more challenging for level 1 parties than they are for this module because you are, as Paul mentioned earlier, arriving at this town in the middle of a crisis situation.
Yeah.
So, like, you're supposed to encounter. So, after you fight the 8 kobolds at the start, you are intended to encounter 3 more groups of raiders before you reach the keep, and they can vary between easier encounters to much more difficult than the one you've encountered. And you are intended to like dodge around or sneak around or bluff your way through a number of those. You're not meant to fight all of them.
Yeah.
And
although my AoE thing took care of a fight really nicely.
We might have
it
tried
doesn't
for more,
help.
though.
It doesn't help either that the so the kobold base damage is 1d4 plus 2, and that's pretty bad for a level 1 character. But like the guards do 1d6 plus 1. The cultists do 1d6 plus 1, and the rat swarm base damage was 2d6.
Goodness.
So these things definitely hurt and can certainly take down level 1 characters in 1 or 2 hits.
Right, because we're coming into this outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
All of the encounters we've had, basically, we've been outnumbered, and so if they're hitting us attacks to our 1, basically.
Yeah. So let's say you encounter 8 kobolds, like 2 of your hits hit and wipe out 2 kobolds because they have low HP, and then 6 of them gather around, say, Gadwin, and each of them stab once. If even half of those 6 kobolds hit, they do 3d4 plus 6 damage, which takes out 1 character.
Yeah.
Yeah, but fortunately, we're a little more competent in melee than I think most other party builds would be because I'm better than a normal magic caster in melee. Seth is much more focused on combat as a cleric, and then Henry's just kind of usual tank. And then John can fight in melee and ranged. So, but I was really expecting to have a healer. I can't believe that they got rid of the spontaneous casting thing.
Yeah, they also made some other changes that make healing a middle rare because they made it something available to everyone through the herbalism kit. The other thing is that the 2 hit for all of the guards and cultists is 4. So, any die roll, if you have an AC of 14 or less, you basically have a 50% chance to get hit every time something attacks you. So even Henry's like super tank build, every time a character rolls, they have a 25% chance to hit them. If they get actually a little higher than 25% chance, because 15 through 20 will hit him.
Not the kobolds, though. Those are what were hitting me.
Yeah, they have +4 to hit.
So doing better is using our
cultists.
The kobolds, cultists, and guards all have +4 to hit.
Yeah. Well, one thing we could do is a little better is probably use resources, like ask for help from people. Like we screwed up ourselves not asking for potions, but there's plenty of people around that can have resources for us if we just ask, and we haven't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was...
I mean, there was that counter Lady of the Spear. She might come along with you on an adventure if you ask her.
Useless.
No.
I don't know. One advantage so we're in a crisis situation, but one advantage is that we're in a crisis situation in a population center. So we have resources, but just not at our disposal because we went right ahead to the temple.
And I don't know how balanced this module necessarily is because I've never run it before. So if it feels to you guys like a lot of these situations are like not slanted for level 1 characters, I can certainly make things like a little more balanced by removing like a kobold or 2 or a cultist from each encounter, and that might make things feel a little smoother. Although I think you guys are enjoying this crisis situation and the brain power it's asking for.
The dragon's not real. I read the script.
What's that on the floor? Is that the script?
Yeah, the dragon really surprised me.
Yeah, I was not expecting a dragon quite this soon.
It's more scenic than it is anything else right now.
I think this module was made with some encounters that you're actively supposed to avoid.
Yeah.
Like, because that's
Yeah,
the thing.
No, I'm not exactly. Yeah, we're not exactly going out and fight. We're not going to go fight the dragon. Chasing the dragon, kind of.
We just gotta throw the Seth's mic at the dragon and the
Hey,
static
guys,
kill
guys,
it.
guys,
Is
idea.
that going to do it?
Sudden idea. So Alex said that we had a commoner lady that we could help, or they could give us help.
We're
So
also all good aligned.
Yeah.
they've got a dragon. Dragons like kidnapping maidens.
Oh, jeez. It's not what we. Oh, that's not what we should be doing here.
No. It's cool. It's cool. Bribery.
It just creates a whole other task for us. Oh yeah, sorry we fed your wife to the dragon. Get her back.
It's for the kids.
True.
Yeah, we should have gotten the kids. We should have got.
Oh, we should have the kids follow
Those
us
kids
around.
are going to become my vassals, by the way,
We
eventually,
need them to
after all this.
run around and stab ankles.
I love it.
They're going to be like my squires, is the line I'm going to drop.
Mm-hmm.
Their parents will be so honored. It's a noble from wherever.
And it'll be like in Grimm's fairy tales when you take on an apprentice. They
die
work for
horribly.
you for like 7 years, and then you like give them their payment then.
Oh, sorry, you died horribly. Okay, bye.
Willie.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, we don't have a good track record with followers.
No.
Will he or won't he?
Giving me all these cool followers for the last campaign, and I just like kept forgetting that they existed or
Willie
ignoring
would be
them.
so pumped right now. It's like there's a dragon. There's a dragon cult.
kill it. Oh no, I was eaten by the dragon.
I'm going to kill that blue dragon.
Rip.
All right, well, I'm
Just
I'm
kidding,
certainly
it wasn't
turning
fake.
in. You guys can keep talking, but this was a good session. Thank you guys.
No, that'd be having Willie would be a great test to see if my theory's correct.
All right, good night.
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 Yeah. But no, it's been fun. It is challenging and giving. On if we get thumped here, so we're not just like dying and then whatever.
Mhm.
But I don't know. This should be fun. This should be good. We should be able to.
Bitter and pessimistic.
Yeah, well, we know that.
Go away.
Anyway, y'all have a good night.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
Time for sleepies.
What?
Sleepies.